Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gladiator AOT2, as they call me on the streets, and you're welcome to 234 Essential. My host is here with me, Ugochi. She will do the honors of
What's
introducing herself.
happening? What's happening, my people? It's Ugochi and in the mix. Now,
Yeah.
wow.
That's great. That's wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can feel the energy. It's a bubbling house right now. It's a bubbling
Yep.
house. Another great episode. Thankfully, we are recording this on time, and you are getting it on time.
Let's
For
go.
those who don't know what they're listening to, if this is your first time, um, this podcast is the podcast that helps you break down the Nigerian experience and helps you navigate life in this great country of ours. So, if in case you don't know what's happening in Nigeria, apart from politics, but society as well, this is the
Mm-hmm.
podcast for you. We have over 200 episodes for you to binge listen to. We are like all those soap operas when we were small, like how do I call it now? The Days of Our Lives, which is still running today. For some reason, these are the days of our lives. We're like Days of Our
Come on.
Lives. We have over 200 episodes. You know as they go.
Let's
So you can
go.
go and binge listen. And if you've been listening all along, thank you for joining us on this mad ride. Thank you for listening to the last episode. And today we're at it again, talking about Nigeria, talking about what we've been up to. Somehow this NIPOST is on strike. I think that they've not yet increased their own salary to 70k. So that is why they are doing it now. Because Christmas is around the corner, they need to buy a bag of rice, half bag of rice, because that's what your salary
Honestly,
can get you, and not the full bag
at
of
this
rice.
point.
Yes, so let's get the ball rolling.
See,
Ugochi,
what is the
how was your
playbook?
week? What
Before I get
playbook
into
what?
my week,
Yeah.
what was the playbook that Yaradua was using? That rice was 3,500 and that Jonathan was
so
8,000.
so in layman's term, right? At that point, the way they were running the economy, right? The
Mm,
naira was not at its artificial, it was not at its natural value to the dollar. They
mm,
were manipulating it. It was being manipulated a lot.
mm, mm-hmm.
Um, Subsidy was still subsidy, even when subsidy was removed back in those periods, even up to Barry's period. Those were partial subsidy.
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria was not facing the true economic. How will I say it now?
Crunch.
We were not facing. There are a lot of bad policies that were being shocked. You know when they say, "May you shock up." You know when car no good,
Mm,
but it's not shock up.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's what they were doing. And it started from the 80s. They were shocking They were shocking Nigeria. So, yeah, maybe just the
Child.
and the government were
So
doing something very
crazy.
stupid. They were offering us um, services at ridiculously low prices, and they were doing that because these people could
Mm-hmm.
not run there. Because one, oil was expensive that time, so they could still afford it, and two, just to
Mm-hmm.
placate the people. So Nigerians will really complain about the state of the country if we can still afford light, we can still afford petrol. People will be riled
Mm-hmm.
up. The way people are riled up now because there's nothing. Towards the end of the Buhari regime, as cowardly as he is, he removed subsidy. He stopped the according to the national budget, the subsidy ended in May or June, I can't remember, of
Mm-hmm.
2023. So when Tinubu came, the thing is that Buhari never announced, although people knew, but he never came out to say it publicly, or maybe he did, but the people were
Mm-hmm.
just tired of listening to him. And he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, he's no more paying for subsidy." I remember Fashola in an interview said there is no subsidy in the budget after May or June. I can't remember the month.
Mm-hmm.
So it was obvious that the new president that was entering was coming into an economy where subsidy was not budgeted for. So Tinubu had two
Exactly.
options: to say fuck subsidy and let what will happen happen. Let the market really
Mm-hmm.
decide what the true price of a liter is, or
Mm-hmm.
you want to go and quickly borrow from somewhere, ask the Senate for permission to continue paying for subsidy.
Mm-hmm.
I have to bear in mind that the Nigerian government at that time was 90% of the Nigerian budget or 80% of the Nigerian budget was being spent to service debts that were mainly accrued by the Buhari regime.
Mm-hmm.
So all this anger we are really feeling. I know Tinubu is not the greatest of saints or is not an angel. 95% of the anger we are feeling right now is towards Buhari and the madness he created.
Mm-hmm.
But God will punish that man on a different day. So what Tinubu did was that look, Tinubu is an accountant. He always believes in let the economy do what the economy has to do, right? So if he has to crash for us to restart it again, that is what we are going to do. Because one, there's no money. There is really no money in the coffers of the government at that time. And he said, you know what, fuck it. In the came, he announced that he won't be paying for subsidy. Although I feel that was a wrong move. Or it was a wrong announcement, not a wrong move. Because he should have gone into Aso Rock first and looked at the books and looked at how they can manage this crisis we are already facing now. But the man just, I think he overestimated his ability to, you know, shock
Do you
to
be,
wow, to what's
do
it
you
called now?
believe that
Cushion the blow.
do you be, do you believe that he didn't know anything about the books before going into Aso Rock,
I
and
believe
this
I
was
believe
just
every president in
mm-hmm,
Nigeria doesn't know the true state of things until he enters. Every
okay.
president that has come in. So
Mm-hmm.
when Alan gave Obasanjo would have been like, what the fuck did Abacha do?
Mm.
Obasanjo, after that, Jawada go look say, wetin happen? Good luck. What is all this? Buhari, it's over. I'm not telling enter like what some practices they were making didn't just make sense. So
Mm-hmm.
now, unfortunately, we do not have the government are not speaking a language of we are all in this together. You know, First Lady they change convoy, Baba go buy jet, they wanted to buy a boat. Balling everywhere and balling out of control. And it looks as if it's only Nigerians that have to tighten their belts this December and throughout this year. Basically, that's what we've been able to do. So it's been a tone deaf government at the end of the day. Interestingly, if Peter Obi was also president, he would have made similar moves, but he would have been a more people-friendly government to say, "Oh, Nigerians they can't just this hammer that has to fall on them is not their fault." Because really, it's not our fault. This money they were borrowing that time, I know they're part of the guarantors where they know say, "Ayomide Tayo, can you come and sign guarantors form? Say this form where this loan where we won't collect." eh, you're part of it.
Mm.
I didn't know anything about it. It did not benefit me in any way because there was still hunger in the land, there was still food scarcity. So that did not benefit me anyway. But
But
we
you're
are here.
already owing money now.
I
Whether you
know
did it or you know did it, they say you're owing up 600,000 plus.
it will
Whether
increase now because
you grant or you didn't present or you didn't agree,
it has increased because Tinubu has asked for permission to borrow 22 billion on some another
there
money
you
again.
go.
So it's
From
another
last week
800
to
k.
this week, you
Yeah.
you
So
understand.
that's why I don't go out too much now because Lapo or Pampe, if you just call hijack me, say, you're part of the people owing in Nigeria. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you
My
call
friend
it
look my
Lapo
face.
loan?
No, anybody, I don't know who's the debt collector. You go the government Lapo or go Pampe. So if you just I feel just do one
I
event
can't
now,
remember the
they
last
listen to
time.
Ashake. They just say, hey, you know they might not shame. They go call record them. I can't do viral. So I beg in the name of God, please.
I love
But
it.
summary where we are right now, we are paying for the sins of what was done since the 80s. This deregulation subsidy thing, wahala, naira floating on the naira started around that period, and nobody, no leader, military or civilian, was bold enough to tackle it. That got into the point now everything has crashed. We had no more other choice. So, but so when you think that Nigeria we don't understand history, when we are portioning blame, let all the past people who were there also chop the blame. But hey, we are here right
So
now and look at it.
I completely agree with you. In some ways, okay, let me not say that's a contradiction. I agree with you in some ways. The history very important of it, and also globally, there's a global inflation, right?
Oh yes, yes, yes. That also
Even
to
the world
sugar high
powers,
prices.
exactly.
Yes,
The world powers are also facing debates.
one of the reasons why Joe Biden was criticized was that the inflation prices were too high. Americans couldn't go to the
Mm-hmm.
store and buy normal things like they used to before again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When the UK was there, some of it was caused by the Russia-Ukraine war, which affected supplies of key
Mm-hmm.
commodities,
Mm-hmm.
key materials, and that's what war does. People say, "Oh, let them fight their
Exactly.
fights," but bro, if a major country that is an importer and exporter or something goes to war, there's problem. It
Crazy.
creates an imbalance in the global economy.
The
So
art of war.
the art of war by Sun Tzu. So
See, I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. I'm not going to stress.
may I just say Sun Tzu? I beg, it's not my father's tongue. I apologize if I murder that
We need
name.
to learn Mandarin, shall just in
But
case we have a lot of business with China, and
China,
the might as
shout out
well
to shout out to the Chinese. They are here.
Duolingo to the world.
They are new here. They don't see when they come here. They first have to double it to the Lebanese and the Indians.
Ah, Those
Do you know
ones
what
are
I saw this?
Nigerians, though.
You know what I saw during this week on Twitter? So
Tell me.
when the Prime Minister of India came, right, to
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria recently,
Mm-hmm.
the Indian
Mm-hmm.
community welcomed him. They had an event. They welcomed him and they
Mm-hmm.
hosted him.
Mm-hmm.
One babe tweeted, and this babe has to be Gen Z. Oh, she said, "Oh, we have an Indian community in Nigeria." I say, hey, they go send this one for our country. She don't go know,
But
bro.
they're so. But you know that there are a lot of people who don't know that.
Ah, Ugochi. No, that one.
No,
This
I'm
one,
telling you. Let me tell you.
we have to go
Let
and
me tell you. Sometimes
haba.
I used to tell. I tell you that sometimes there's a way that we can speak from a place of privilege. That's the truth.
Ah,
Unfortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, unfortunately, there's a way we can be speaking from a place of privilege because some people don't know. It's just like, there are people who come to VI when they see Lebanese people
they are
at
shocked.
restaurants. They are shocked. What are you
Maybe you know why I'm speaking
exactly?
like you know why I'm speaking like this. I was very privileged
Tell me.
growing up. My father
That's what
was
I'm saying.
my father was a sales manager at Sunflag. Sunflag is a textile
Mm-hmm.
company in Apapa, and it's owned by Indians. In short, most of the textile companies in Nigeria, I don't know about now, but back then,
Look at that.
were, were owned by Indians. So I knew about Indians from day one. I was raised up like Bollywood
Mm-hmm.
movies itself.
Do
Also,
you
you better learn
get?
that when I was now in secondary school, my classmates would tell
Mm-hmm.
me about Lebanese people around them and all that yada yada stuff. Later, I learned that there are some Greek people also in Nigeria as well. They have a Greek community.
There's everybody
And
here.
I
Everybody
remember,
has a
I remember
community in
20.
Nigeria.
Yes, I remember 2020 when I remember it because of this day. That was the day that Big Brother was about to be announced, the winner. That was the year
Okay.
that Lekon won. The pandemic year.
Mm-hmm.
That day was Diwali, right? Me,
Mm-hmm.
Osage. So anybody who doesn't know what Diwali is, it's an Indian
Yeah.
big
India
celebration in India.
celebration.
They don't play
Yeah.
with it at all. We
Mm-hmm.
as VI were in a restaurant and we're just gisting. Mutalani was there and all that too.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden we started hearing like gunshots. And we just asked
Mm-hmm.
the waiters, what's happening? They say, oh, a lot of Indians live here. They're celebrating Diwali. I said, oh, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get, I
Mm-hmm.
understand. But it's just refreshing to know that as Nigeria is, we consider Nigeria small. Nigeria is so big and vast that there are
Of
Indians who speak,
course.
there are Indians who speak pidgin flawlessly. There are
What do
Lebanese
you
that will speak
mean?
Yoruba. Lebanese will speak Yoruba to you. You not go believe.
I
Like
said those are citizens of this country. They've been here for years and years and years. They have
the
family businesses that go back as far back as their great grandfathers to now.
the man that owns Cool FM. I consider him a
Mm-hmm.
Lebanese Nigerian because he was one of the people who
Okay.
helped construct Abuja, right?
Okay.
And he has
There
been
you
living here
go.
since his daughter, bro. I consider her Nigerian. His family Nigerian, grandchildren Nigerian. So it's just
See,
like that. So if you tell them to go back home, they'll tell you where is home. They'll tell you,
this
please,
is
where is
home.
home?
This is all the whom they
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
They're as Nigerian as they come. The
And
estate
look
I
at
grew up on
yeah.
had Indian quarters, Chinese quarters. Like it was normal. Next door neighbors were Chinese people or Indian people or Lebanese people. Well, no, it's a lot of Lebanese, Russian, German, and the likes. And it took me growing up and like maybe leaving Lagos to find out that a lot of people hadn't even seen a white person before. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
now, just even knowing that these people
Uh,
have
shout
communities
out
here.
to shout out to my mom's in Mobile. So they used to have like end of
Hmm.
year party, Mobi end of
Do
year
you get what
party
I
for
mean?
the children of the staff at a Papa Club. And I
Hmm.
remember when we went there, me, my brother and sister went there. You just see white kids of all the white executives.
Do you get
You
what I
know, like
mean?
yeah. Some Nigerians have
Pretty
not seen a
much.
white person. Some Nigerians have never seen a white person before.
That's the reality. And so that's why I say sometimes when we talk about some things, we think that it's the general awareness of everybody that lives in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nope. Unfortunately, it's not.
This guy, these guys, what's that? The Shagori brothers. I don't know if you've heard
Yeah.
of them.
Shaguri. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shagori brothers. They're
I know
Lebanese.
them.
But Wikipedia
I
describes them as
know.
Nigeria. The Wikipedia said what is a Niger because he was born in Nigeria. Say as a Nigerian
Exactly.
Benin. And Donald Trump's son-in-law is also a Nigerian. Let me look for his name.
Look at
I think
that.
he's Donald Trump,
For somebody so
son-in-law.
racist and you have a Nigerian
Uh,
son-in-law,
and
that's incredible, no?
the daughter that married him is actually one of the daughters he doesn't like.
That's so crazy.
So you've ever heard of Bulos industry?
Excuse me.
The Bulos,
I
you've
have.
ever, yes. So
Mm-hmm.
the son of the owner, CEO is Masad Bulos, who owns basically
Mm-hmm.
everything in Nigeria. He's a Nigerian Lebanese who married Donald Trump's daughter.
Interesting.
Yeah. And if you go to the guy's,
Nigeria to the world for real.
he was a musician, and I think he was, I don't know if he still does music. You'll be hearing his rap, and they're like, bro, this is a Nigerian accent, basically, bro. Like this one, there's no, don't go back home. This is home. Don't even bother yourself.
There is no home anywhere else. The Shaguri family owns Eco Hotel, so
Oh,
and that's
yes,
our
sir.
landmark. That's our
That's
pride
our,
and
that's your O2.
so me. I consider Lebanese people Nigerians. I don't see them as white people
See, I
anymore.
see
To be honest,
Lebanese and Indians
they
as
are
well.
actually
Welcome.
Nigerians.
And then, yeah, the other tribes that we don't mention at this
We don't
point.
talk about for real.
About and just the way Nigerians just, and I think Nigerians, I don't know, the way we just embrace people who are ready to just be part of Nigeria. You can be Swedish and just say, I'm coming to Nigeria to live the rest of my life. And Nigerians will say,
That's what
welcome.
makes us beautiful.
Nigerians will
Yes,
love
that's
you.
what we're
Nigerians will
very
say,
accepting
oh,
of.
Nigerians will give you a a Nigerian name instantly on the spot. And you're fine.
See,
There is no,
but you know what?
I'm sure that's why slave trade was very easy for us. Because we saw Igbo say, oh, let them come.
I
Wait till
don't think
they,
so. You know
it was
that
a
we
joke.
fought a lot.
You know, it was a
I
joke.
know.
It
Okay.
was obviously a joke. Because of
See,
course, there's the Benin expedition now. How about we are
we
the other
the,
people that fought them now? Yeah.
don't sleep up on Nigerians switching up on you. They can love you today and hate you tomorrow and see no
But
be
the thing is
really
that
fight.
when you
They
come to
just
throw
don't
one
like
leg,
you.
when they just dey throw one leg, they go look and say, "Oh, my that leg work where you want through, that best where you want through." Oh God,
Don't do
calm down,
it. They'll
because we
set
give you
leg for you
house,
for real.
or because you married our daughter. And shout out to all the
This
Nigerians. And this one goes to all the Igbo men. Shout out to you guys
mhm.
for spreading the Nigerian flag far and near, because we see the craziest mixtures of Nigerians in this world. You see a Nigerian Ukrainian. Like how? So who's your what's your father's name? Okay, Uchechukwu. I said no, it's there. It's there. We heard the we heard the that.
Did you see
Shout
that
out to all the,
F1 driver that his name is Ugo or something? I think
that's
the F1
Agbani
driver that
Derogo's
won.
that's Agbani Derogo's son. Oh.
Oh really?
Yeah, you know she
She's
married
married to
like yes.
wait, so is she married to an Igbo guy?
I don't know, but I don't know the
Because
story.
the boy has an Igbo name
But maybe not his last name.
and is the white
Hold on.
kid. Like okay,
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry to say that he's a
see,
biracial kid.
see, at this point, biracial is even nice. You know, there's a time in Nigeria when they'll say you're half caste. Wait, oh, you know,
Exactly.
wait, for somebody's popular son. Wait, oh, wait, Nigerian F1 driver. Sorry, I don't think it's Agbani Derego, but it's somebody's popular. Sha.
His name is Ugo Ugochukwu.
No, wait, he's the son of somebody important.
Anyway,
Go.
this guy,
Hmm.
when you shout out to my Igbo brothers for real, though, people may really be marrying. You know, growing up, my family doctor, he was married. The
Sorry,
doctor was
I know the
married
person
to
now.
a
Sorry,
Russian.
sorry, I know
Uh-huh.
who she was. My Oluchi Owengba.
I don't know who that person is. I'm the worst person with
Ah, Ugochi,
names.
you go chop cake. This one you go chop cake. You go chop cake. There's no
I
how
beg,
you
show me
can't.
a face. Oh, me, I don't even feel
Oluchi,
like give you.
first winner of Eminent Face of Africa. So a
Eh?
lot of people don't remember her because she
I didn't
won
hear anything
the
you just said. I promise.
Mnet Face of Africa.
Oh,
A lot of people have forgotten
aha,
Agbani Derego, but she was the first one to break out
aha.
internationally. Yeah, she was the first one.
Omo,
Oluchi
that's
Owengba.
what way they talk about. That first person to break out. It could be controversial.
I mean, like international modeling pageant stuff. That's what I
Okay,
mean.
okay, okay,
The generation, because
okay.
people like what's their name? Bianca and Co did it, sha. But
Do
for
you
our
understand what
own,
I mean? I'm probably even maybe even okay. Well, Bianca, let me stop there because I think
so
was
yeah,
pioneer.
continue. Yeah, she might be the pioneer. I'm sure if I go back, somebody must have won something again. That's the about Nigerian history.
Of
So
course, of
yeah,
course.
she is the son of he's the son of Oluchi or whatever.
Oluchi.
Yeah, popular international
Um,
model too. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
I know that she was one fine woman that gave birth to this. Yeah. So shout out to our Igbo
Such
brothers
a
for
beautiful woman.
spreading their genes far and wide. But please also remember home. It's not that they tell you to marry from one village now. You say in 1500 BC, somebody borrow
See,
cattle from our somebody borrow cattle from that village and they return it back.
but
One
you know
Nigeria,
where
one
do you,
Afra.
you know when where our Yoruba men are thriving
Yeah.
is in Europe. They are mainly thriving in Europe, especially London.
Ah
I
no,
feel like
one
almost
that one.
every
Shout out to
see
Yoruba brothers. That
thriving.
one.
They
That one.
are hot on that market.
They are sowing the white oats. They are cutting grass full time.
See,
Yes.
that's the Nigerian state or capital of Nigeria. In fact, maybe at this point, maybe it's even the actual state of Nigeria,
I watched a
London.
documentary. I watched a documentary recently, and the guy went to Peckham.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, one of my
mm-hmm,
OGs. He went to Peckham, and he did. And
mm-hmm,
that's what the different. If you see the different shops there, I'm like, I was oh, I
mm-hmm.
moved to London in 1992. I moved to London in 2010. I'm like, why not plenty for here? That's why I go to London. Because if I go to London, it's like I'm a VI. No, I know. I want
Please
for
don't
you
me.
people. Leave me alone.
Please, we have
I have to
talked
listen.
about London today. We are going to London. We need to attract it. We are
Oh
going to
yes, we need to go to
London
London.
to
Shout
reach
out
our
to
community, our
shout out
London
to all the
community.
shout out to all the fine London women out there. Shout out to you. God
Do you
bless you all.
understand?
Yes, yes.
So we
This-
were speaking to Toyosi just before the pod started, and Toyosi has been alerting us to the fact that AOT2's international markets, international appeal on the feminine side might be growing and needs to tap into it. So I'm
Hey,
speaking for
London
AOT2
things.
and for Toyosi. Do you
London
understand?
things.
Because
I don't know about militant things because people now have a racist president, so I don't know. It's not as if he's the first racist
that one go
president,
tough
but
for
maybe it's the first racist president in modern history. So
that will be
I don't
tough.
know.
That will be
Canada is
tough,
too cold.
tough.
Canada might be too cold for me. I don't know, but we'll see.
Do
We
you
can negotiate.
understand?
Maybe in the summer. But
You're
anywho,
open. You're open to the possibilities.
very, very open to the as long as you have international passport and you're not from South Africa. Well, South Africa can possibly be it too. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as
So
it's not in
going
Johannesburg.
back to why you don't like people in Johannesburg?
Johannesburg, they can wake up tomorrow morning and say kill all the Nigerians. I know they do.
Ah,
Pretoria, Sun City,
no.
all those places where the colored people are, I'm fine. I'm fine. But when you see in
Oh
Dovlo,
my
when you do
word.
like in Lovo, all those no, 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 brother, Mandela, one Africa, one Africa. I don't
I
know. I
hope you
don't
like
do.
this.
Uh,
See, but going back to the original thought about Yaradua and 3,500 naira for a bag of rice and all of that, I mean, I was really whining, but the truth be told, like, the hardship that we're facing has been a long time coming. The
of course.
world is also facing a hard time.
Yes.
But this is
Yes.
not to say I hate. I'm one person that really hates to compare. I hate that because
Apples and
everyone's
oranges.
suffering is unique. Do you understand
Yeah.
what I mean? Everyone's suffering is unique to the different things that make us who we are as people, as a continent, as a country. You know what I mean? But this is I said all of that so just really saying like this December, no stress yourself. If you not fit buy bag of rice, try something else. No pressure. The country is not also promising you anything, so don't make promises to your kids or your family members that you might not be able to keep. Some companies might not give their staff rice at the end of this year. Some, that's the
Hmm.
truth, because that's
Baby
operational cost.
pasta.
No, but it's the
Yeah.
truth now.
Oh.
I even think about business owners right now that are keeping the lights on. If at the beginning of the year you planned your fuel consumption or you did the mathematics and you said I'm going to have my fuel, I'm going to be buying fuel at 500, 600 per liter, and right now you're buying at a
1,000,
thousand
1,000,
plus, and
1,000 plus.
is strolling
No, no,
nicely
actually,
to
Dangote
1.5
Dangote actually, in the magnanimity of his heart, reduced the price of fuel he sells to the marketers
we
by 15
saw.
naira. by great 15 naira. So he deserves a wonderful. Yes, look at that. Thank you, daddy. Thank you, daddy, for reading. By 15 naira, that's a whole lot.
I
Now I
love
can,
it.
now I can go to any VR restaurant and eat pasta. Thank you.
Do you understand what I mean? Your budget has been readjusted.
I'm telling you,
But
God
look,
bless him.
see, shout out to all business owners and family people and everybody, single, married, that are keeping the lights on in your homes, your companies, your everything. It is so difficult. I know that we just chest things and we keep it moving, but I mean, because I often just mentioned Dangote, I'm very happy for the fact that Dangote refineries is even working in Nigeria. It poses a lot of economic. It
Oh,
forces us to
newsflash,
to think.
newsflash,
Tell
newsflash,
me,
newsflash. Please, Port Harcourt refinery has been declared open
just
today.
open. Yes,
Shout out
I
to
saw
them.
that.
I'm waiting for.
Clap,
I'm
clap.
yet to see the fuel that's coming from there because I don't trust anything in Nigeria. If it be light bulb,
Please
they go
don't
produce
kill
for
me.
there. But we'll clap for them. After
Since
missing seven,
1988,
seven deadlines, they've
honestly,
actually yes, we'll see. Maybe the petrol not just go knock any car. We thank God.
maybe
Yes,
Ajokuta steel mill will finally open in
Ugochi.
this time.
See Ugochi that one
We
for
don't use
Jakarta Steel
Amboro.
Complex. If Jakarta Steel Complex can work, can produce a beam of steel. Who is the greatest man? We will need the apostles to come back,
See, it might
the
happen. Oh,
disciples. No, I'm not saying it's not
you know
happening.
that
We need
it
to
can
wake Paul.
happen.
We need to wake Paul from wherever he is. John,
Please don't
Luke,
kill me.
James. We even need Mary, the mother of God, Mary Magdalene, because they then go write attendance that day for
Oh
them to
my
come and
word.
pray for Jakarta Steel Complex. It is easier
See,
for my great grandfather to rise from the dead
excuse me.
than Jakarta Steel Complex to produce one pin. Pin. May produce
See,
pin. Pin.
you know that Nigeria is always filled with. There's always a shock factor in Nigeria, whether for the good or for the. Do you know that these railway tracks that right now are running? By the way, I hear that the blue line is up and operational, and
Oh
a friend
yes,
of
I've
mine
seen it.
took the. Do you understand? Took the train from
No, the blue was the first
um.
one. The blue was the first one to
Is it
run.
the blue or the red?
It's the red that
Which
is
one
the
is
new
going
one
to
there.
mailto now?
I think it's the red one. It's the
See,
red one.
I don't know the colors. Let me not even lie to you. I'm not even going to front.
This
But
is why
the
when
one
we
that
when we
went
are
from,
going. This is why when we are
let
going
me
for
go and
our
check it.
movements, when we are going for our movement next year, we go enter train by force.
Please, reason more carriers go mail too.
Anyhow, you just to go and see the sightseeing.
You know
Also,
what?
the train, the both trains pass. No, like one of the blue line passes National Theatre, and it is a lovely
Mm-hmm.
sight when you're at the National Theatre, and you just look up a
And you
little
see
bit,
it
and
passing.
I'm say, finally, all the thing we don't see for you both, we don't finally get them
Did
one
you
by one.
ever believe that they will finally finish those?
Ugochi,
Me personally, I'll be
Ugochi,
honest.
Ugochi, let me tell you a story. When
Wonders shall never cease.
I jumped
Mm-hmm.
pause 2014. I knew when they started
Mm-hmm.
that construction. I saw the old go. Till I left
See,
pause in 2019. They are not finished. When they said they are finished, I said it's a lie. I said lie. This thing cannot move. See, until the day I
see.
saw that blue thing, because I was going to the island, I was in
Mm-hmm.
an Uber or so. So we didn't pass the normal terminal, we passed Ikorodu
Mm-hmm.
Road. And I looked to the
Mm-hmm.
right and now saw it moving just in front of the National Theatre. I said, hey,
Imagine that.
Lord, like the days of Ezekiel, dry bones shall
Honestly.
rise again.
For real.
Even when
Let
they
me
said
tell
the
you the
red
truth.
one, they said the red one was going to move. I says a lie. They did the red one. I say okay.
And it's already
Now,
working.
now they
See
announced
now,
green one.
this blue, I think the blue one is the one that goes to, because I'm saying that it goes from Okokomaiko to Marina.
Yes,
And
it's
anyway,
yeah.
yeah. So imagine that. When I remember the train tracks they were talking about that where I was going to come from the island to Mile 2 from maybe when I was in primary school.
You see,
I never thought it would ever be done. That's the truth. I never thought that maybe one. We always heard stories of how every is a basket, is a dark hole. Everything money just keeps going and it
the
never starts
White
happening. But
Elephant
like,
project. Yeah.
do you get what I mean? But look at now. We're seeing. Let me tell you. And this is the thing about change. I know I've not finished healing or everybody in Nigeria. We're done. You are really trying, but
Now go
sometimes
be.
when we do you understand? Sometimes we forget about the little changes that we're also seeing. Do
Oh
you
yes, so
get?
we come a long way. Oh.
we've come such a long way. Like,
Do you know the most little change that I ever experienced
tell
as a
me.
Nigerian?
Mm-hmm.
I went to, first of all, when we were growing up, there were no shopping malls.
Mm.
All the
Wait, wait,
closest
wait.
shopping malls.
Before you continue, let's call this session gratitude for little things in Nigeria
Gratitude for little
session.
things in Nigeria. Yes.
Let's
So when
go.
we were growing
Come
up,
on.
mom used to tell us
Mm-hmm.
about Leventis, Kingsway, all those
Mm-hmm.
places. We didn't know
Mm-hmm.
anything. There no highest the only
My
shopping mall
mom
that
used
we
to work
had,
around them. Mm-hmm.
which is like a plaza, right? Was
Mm-hmm.
hey, hey, what's the one? Mega Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No,
Back
Mega
then,
Plaza.
yeah, back then as a child, if you go to Mega Plaza, you've gone to the height of Lagos. There's nothing else
Mm-hmm.
you can.
Mm-hmm.
This Lagos, Bamboos announced Silver Bed Galleria. Woo! The first I
Listen.
lied to you. I don't know about other Nigerians can form stepping in
Listen.
Silver Bed Galleria and using the escalator.
What do you
Hey!
mean that? What do you mean by every other person can form? People, that was
No,
a tourist attraction. People
some
from all
people,
over were
so you know,
coming
some people were
to
like
enter the
in
elevator and take
some people,
picture.
some people were like
Come on.
UK in a, America in a. See, we were Nigeria in a, Nigeria in a.
Hey,
See, when the person escalator,
Amado Bello, we in it.
see, first 5 seconds, first 5 seconds,
Hmm.
you go
What?
confuse. You,
For
you
real?
know, you know what? I don't know if you watched Crocodile Dundee as a child. Anybody who watched Crocodile Dundee as a child, there was a scene. This guy was from Australia, the rural part of Australia. They
Mm-hmm.
now took him to New York. He now saw escalator.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know
Mm-hmm.
how to get on an escalator. They now taught him. I just remember say, guys, step on it and just be humble. Don't carry yourself, they
Honestly,
do anything. And that's how I did it too. It will show you that the little
I
things
love
in
it.
life, the little things in life that we
Mm-hmm.
take for granted as development that Western world is. Bro, when you sit in Nigeria, bro, even this the train from Lagos to Ibadan. How many people are using train before?
Exactly.
Legitimately. How many people were
Except
using
those
train before?
ones, those locomotive trains that, okay, they're
That
not locomotive, but they are really
is like
beating up.
it's like slave train where there are 500 people. It's
That
like they're carrying
passes
them.
Oshodi.
Yeah.
Exactly. People used to sit up on top of the train.
Ah. When I even look at the new trains, I'm like, wow, okay, this is development, even though it is painstakingly slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
But it's working.
but it's working at the end of the day. What other thing was new? That came through the return of democracy in Nigeria. We had shopping malls.
I know that this BRT and train, sorry,
Yeah,
they have
BRT
this
was
tap
another one.
to pay. They have
Oh
this, I
yes,
think they now have this tap to pay
yes.
system
How to pay now?
already as
You have to
well.
buy a card. You have to buy a card now. There's
Carry card.
no.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Sorry, yeah.
That's really some things going on
I hope that is
in
what
Lagos, Western
I hope
Lagos.
that is
Mm-hmm.
going to be. Is already showing us that we need to uh, kill downfall very fast. The downfall
Mm-hmm.
system, the
Mm-hmm.
NURT system is not working at
Exactly.
all in any ramification at all.
Honestly.
Yeah, it's outdated, it's criminalized, it is violent. We don't want it in Lagos. But one
I
day
was going to
we go reach
I
there.
was going to ask you something, but I don't want to break this our gratitude session. I
Okay.
think it's so
All right.
important because
So
we have a lot of
we
bad news about Nigeria. Gratitude is
we are
important.
we
Let's
are
go. It's
happy
the end
that
of the year.
the small things in Nigeria right now. So Ugochi and I have a trip planned for. It's not a trip, Sha. We want to go and visit the John Randu Center for Yoruba Culture at Onikon.
Mm-hmm.
That was a place for that I saw them. I just one day I was just passing, that place, and I saw they demolished
Mm-hmm.
something and they were building something, and it took them a lot of time
Oh,
for
I
them to
think
do
I know
that.
the place there. No,
Yeah, it's
is
opposite
that
City Mall. It's opposite City
yeah,
Mall.
yeah, exactly. It's close to TV.
Yes,
That TBS turn.
TBS, even more close to TBS, and all
Yes,
that.
that TBS. Oh wow, that's what it is
Yeah,
now.
that's what it is now, actually. And
Interesting.
people like Joker Silva got on board. It was actually an Ambody project because I met the
Mm.
director of that center right now. It
Okay.
is a project that every state in Nigeria should have to
We
celebrate
should
your
have
own
him on
culture.
this podcast, though. What do you think?
I'll try and get him. I'm looking for. I'm
You
trying to
should.
get the person that has his number. I know they are
Let's
doing
do
one in
that.
Edo State. They are doing one in Benin now, where all the artifacts that are being
Mm-hmm.
returned are going to be on display, and
That's
I'm going to
good.
be there. When I like when they talk say
Uh-uh.
Benin they hot that day, I go there. because I have to see that.
I've
I
been
have to
to
see that.
the museum at Benin in Benin, and if what we're talking about, when I go to the Jarando the Random
Museum,
Museum
yeah.
as well, I'll probably have a look. But the Benin Museum right now, I have pictures from there. I should send them to
So
you.
they're doing a new one for new
Mm-hmm.
artifacts. It's
It
going to
will
be
be
like a
nice.
multimedia
It will be really
experience.
nice
I don't even remember when I said
because.
that the Ile-Ife museum that we went to, that it should be more
Mm-hmm.
modern. There should be stories, you should see
Mm-hmm.
videos.
Mm-hmm.
This John
Mm-hmm.
Randu one has everything.
The exact.
There's
That's
there's an
fantastic.
interactive place where you stand and
Mm-hmm.
you can have the so-called powers of the Yoruba gods. So if you want to be Shango,
Interesting.
I can't say more than that because I didn't go around properly. I just I used one
Mm-hmm.
eye
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to spoil it.
That is
And these
so
are the things that
fantastic.
government should be inspired to do for people. It's not every
But they've
time.
started now. These
Yeah,
are the, so
yeah.
we're grateful for this.
We are
We're
grateful
grateful
for
for
this too.
this.
We are grateful
Yes,
for
we're
this.
grateful for this.
We
One
can't
step
complain.
forward is a step. Exactly.
Yes.
We're
Thank you
grateful for
very
this.
much. We are grateful for it.
I'm
Thank you very much. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that we have mobile phones, we have smartphones,
Ah,
and we
shout out
have
to
internet.
Obasanjo.
See, like I'm grateful. We're not shouting out to anybody.
Okay, okay.
it was a chain reaction.
It was a change. And
Everybody was involved in this process. We not
a
say
joke
any shout
I
out
have
to
a joke.
anybody.
I have a joke about this
Yeah, tell
GSM
me.
thing. So when,
Tell
this
me.
was when I was in SS3. It just came out. To see a young person,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, to see a human being, first of all, with
Mm-hmm.
mobile phone was a trip.
Mm-hmm.
So the finest girl in our class, one day just pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
She had a mobile phone. And
Uh-huh.
we did not know
What was
anybody.
it? What was the mobile phone?
I can't remember. Maybe it was all those Samsung with round faces or something, a Sajem or something.
Or Motorola?
So that was only MTN.
Mm-hmm.
What's that first one? That later that has changed up to Nine Mobile now. I can't remember the name. Uh,
Echo Net.
Econet.
It was Echonet then.
Yeah. So and back there, Econet was running something called Bug Off. Buy one get one free.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we now
Mm-hmm.
asked the babe, now is it Bug Off you are using? She said no.
Mm-hmm.
That's MTN. I said, ha. Now what is it? Madam, if you know you don't know what you are using for the phone, please put it down. Because obviously it was
What's
borrowed.
the
You could see
word?
that it was borrowed.
Exactly.
But
Mm-hmm.
bro, when GSM first came to Nigeria, hey,
Mm-hmm.
it was
It was
unbelievable.
wild.
Ah,
Honestly.
and thankfully, as I enter Unilag diploma, must just give me one small
They now
Nokia,
bought you one phone. First of
black,
all.
black and grey. Hey, because I could not go into that school without not having a
Mm-hmm.
mobile phone. It was kill.
See.
I didn't know that. Lo and behold, the school where they enter, if Samsung advertises a phone today, one babe will get her next
They go down
tomorrow.
jam.
I said, okay,
Honestly.
I just hold my Sajem. Then I hold my Nokia. Then I bought Sajem X5. Yeah, then I later went back to Nokia and all that. But
Interesting.
bro, then
Whatever
internet,
happened. Mm-hmm.
when cyber cafe, when they first I know what they call cyber cafe. You
That
know,
was what my additional kidney was going to be for my thank you. But keep
my life
going.
my life turned upside down. But I remember it was also the same SS3. My friend just said, let me go cyber cafe, go browse. I said, what? What's that?
Mm.
He said, don't worry, we'll be on the internet. And I knew something about the internet because we were watching Hollywood movies. I said, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, the only thing we did on internet was to open email. That is all.
Honestly.
There's nothing you're doing. Okay.
Honestly, have an email address, a Yahoo mail or
And,
a
yeah, it was
or
a Yahoo Mail back
MySpace
then.
or something.
I'm sure they making it as a Yahoo Mail. And let's not lie,
Yahoo mail everybody.
everybody's first email address was terrible. It was
What was
horrible.
your first one?
I can't say. I can't. I'll take you to the grave. I can't say. It was horrible. It was horrible. There's nothing like personal branding that,
I
oh,
love
your email
it.
should be named after you. You go just use one nickname like what is why? Why?
I love it.
Then after I opened my first email, just going to the cyber cafe and reading about music. I read about music and hip hop every single day.
Every time you went to
Every
cyber
single day.
cafe.
How much was it? 200 naira, 2 hours. Some days I'll have 400 naira, 500 naira. I just say, engineer, give me 5 hours. I'll be there reading. Just dey read. It was an escape to the world. Ah,
Honestly.
no, we thank God.
Honestly.
because
I'm really
we were really in darkness before internet came to this country.
honestly, internet has really changed a lot of things. Like we have so much information at our fingertip today. And it has grown over the years, so that's great. I'm really happy for like we didn't grow up with in fact the first phones that came out, they were not internet phones, they were not internet enabled
Internet
phones.
was they were
They were
GSM.
they
GSM
were
is the
just
lowest at all.
GSMs. Do you get what I
There's
mean?
GSM, there's GSM, there's
Exactly.
2G, there's 3G, there's 4G and 5G. GSM was the lowest, but to us,
Honestly,
it was magic.
it was magic. My first phone was one flip phone. I don't even know what
You're
brand that
DJ
phone
now.
was.
Yeah, you just
He
pack,
stole
pack,
it from
say,
me in school.
oh, yeah, sorry,
Jesus.
sorry,
Green face
sorry.
like this. They stole it.
Yeah,
I
Ugochi was
don't
a
know.
big
Me too.
girl.
I was audacious. I was
Ugochi was,
audacious. I kept the phone inside
Ugochi
my
was a
bag,
campus,
inside my
was
school
a
bag.
campus, was a campus girl.
Guess what? See, I was feeling on top of the world. I just left the phone in my bag and I went for, actually I was in SS1. I went for a
Ah,
break. And by the time I came back, the
it's a
phone,
go.
it didn't me like a film trick. That day I trekked back to my house because I know so once I was trying my best to get home
You're,
so late that
you're postponing
because
the,
the beating.
you're postponing the beating.
See, but guess what? No, my mom didn't even hit me. So she was like, "They've stolen it, Abby." I say, "Yes, okay, good.
Okay,
So
I
you
had to
can
calm down.
rest."
Uh-huh.
You understand? Body go
Mm.
come down.
Because I'm sure Mopsy don't dey look you say, you too they press that phone. You too they press
Do
that
you
phone.
understand the way this girl they move? They go thief this phone. No worry.
The good old
But yeah,
days.
I'm grateful for internet. I'm grateful for smartphones and just where technologically we've also come to.
You're not thinking for something. Oh. There's a key one that will not take. But finish. I'll remind you.
Okay. Okay. I'm also thankful for um some sort of, I don't want to say civilization because that's not is not the
Oh,
reality
we
for.
were civilized before now. At least in Lagos. To a degree.
So you understand, but there's an extra now. People, let's say, like, people in the diaspora look forward to coming back to, for instance, restaurants in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it means that we're doing something right. Really, I don't think that we've always had that lifestyle culture, but like there's an upgrade in lifestyle. I think that's basically what I'm getting at. So I'm grateful for that. So people are more aware um of what it means to look good and how to put it together, even at the most pedestrian level. Like, you don't just know that, okay, I can put this and this together. The fashion has changed. The way we show up has changed.
The fashion.
There's a lot.
The
Yeah,
fashion has been more
there's
progressive in Lagos than I've noticed. It has been
eh,
more progressive.
so
Yeah.
I don't want to even look at that thing. Like, let's look at it in this way. When you have imitation of brands in the market, there is no market in Nigeria that does not have, like, big shout out to my brothers in Aba, right? But there is no
Hey,
fashion brand
one
that does not
time.
have imitation. Do you get?
Hmm. Hmm.
In Nigeria at a large scale? You can go to the north and see somebody wearing Ashlocks or Balenciaga there or something. Do you get what I mean?
Balenciaga.
Yeah, do you get? There's an awareness. There's more of an awareness these days at any level. I think that's great.
There was a time in the mid 90s. There was a time I will
Mm-hmm.
remember this. All of a sudden, American urban brands just took over. Tommy Hilfiger,
Mm-hmm.
Polo,
Exactly.
Ralph Lauren,
Fugu, Sean John.
Nautica. Yeah, those ones even came later. That's when black people started entering. But the first those set of white,
Mm-hmm.
bro,
Exactly.
back then, hey. And then I watched. There was one show on TV. I can't remember what it was called. Whether it was Campus
Mm-hmm.
Circuit or Campus something, sha.
I
This
remember
guy
campus execute.
this guy will go around Nigerian universities, interview the undergrads there, and just basically ask them
Mm-hmm.
how the social life was and everything. Shout out to the
Mm-hmm.
University of Ilorin. I remember when he
Mm-hmm.
went to the
Mm-hmm.
University of
Great
Ilorin,
school.
and the students were complaining that they didn't have toilets in their hostels. They didn't have good toilets,
Exactly.
so they had to go to the bush. That's why I first heard short put. That they had to do short puts.
Chai.
I'm like, what is short put?
Chai.
The guy was in the bush explaining. I was laughing. I was laughing
Wild.
because anyway,
I love it.
I now waited for this episode. The guy said he was going to Unilag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Unilag was like, bro, I don't go Unilag. The guy now got to Unilag. One babe now said, that if you're a serious guy on this campus and you don't have a crest on your shirt, meaning you don't have like a
Mm-hmm.
Tommy figure, Calvin Klein, Armani, you can't walk up to a girl
Mm-hmm.
and toast.
Mm-hmm.
Say you can't walk up to a
Mm-hmm.
girl and toast her. I say, hey,
Expression. I
now
love
go
it.
meet mom. She say, see, mommy, please. There's a designer called Tommy figure. Please buy it for me. I beg you.
I love
Lo and
it.
behold, the woman Christmas time also she bought a Tommy figure polo. It was red, white, blue, green, colorful stripes, and the logo was there. I said, hey,
Mm-hmm.
Ugochi, if I want go buy water for the next house, I am wearing Tommy figure. I do
You're
not care.
wearing it. Come on,
Eh,
let's go.
they're bouncing like saying that you
I
just
love it so much.
what? No, 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 no. But
Love,
at
love,
least
love it.
we thank God for the progress. We thank God for, I don't know what young people are wearing these days,
Yes.
but we thank God, Sha.
Man, they're wearing different things or like they're in fact the fashion in Nigeria
I
has
see them
really
wearing
is
I see them
really
wearing it. I'm like
inspiring.
I see them went and I say, thank God that I've passed this age because I cannot be dragging dress with this kind of people. Just let them walk the way they are walking. It's fine. It's cool.
Do you
We thank you.
understand? It's
We thank
okay.
you.
That one's FCD.
Mhm.
I think that what I wanted to add to that was like what I was talking about more was even like maybe there's a certain sense of urbanization in Nigeria. There's an urban feel
I
to
think in Lagos and other cities, so we can't only say Lagos, like
well
Lagos,
Abuja,
Abuja.
um
I saw a
yeah,
video from I
Port
saw a video from
Harcourt.
Ibadan. I saw a DJ
Mm-hmm.
DJ Obi went to go and perform in Ibadan. And if they didn't tell you
Mm-hmm.
that's Ibadan, you know go know.
Exactly.
You know go know. It looks
Precisely.
very, very chic, very modern, very urban. And I'm sure
Do
that
you get
city
what I
like that.
mean?
I'm sure maybe Port Harcourt too is like that,
Port
Benin
Harcourt
also
is like
too.
that.
Benin also
And
like that.
precisely all these states, all these cities have their own level of urbanization.
Yes,
Their
yes.
own, they have their own energy, not like any other city. They're all different cities in their own
Different
rights. You know what I
vibes. They
mean?
are different. Even Kanu,
Exactly.
sometimes boys they pull up for
Kano
Kanu.
is,
Yeah.
see, the road network is great. The weather is
People,
amazing. But
yeah.
like all of that urbanization, I'm really grateful for that. There's just something about that. Yeah, tell me the thing that you think that I left out or I forgot or I've not mentioned.
Oh, satellite TV.
Ah, streaming movies
No,
maybe
before even
then.
satellite. No, before even streaming. Father DSTV came to Nigeria. Bruh. Bruh.
See,
It
do you
was a
remember
status
those big
symbol.
dishes?
If you had a
Those
big
big
dish.
dishes that look
See,
like you're about to take the manna from heaven. Only one house.
if you had a big dish in your house,
I
every
see.
child on that street is your friend. Because they don't come and watch cartoon. I'm
Honestly,
free.
for real.
It was a
The
status symbol.
original,
Yeah.
the original consumers of Cartoon Network. Come
I
on,
was not there. One.
but
First set. First set.
I swear to
Now,
God, it's
now
just
this is not luxury again because I'm on the price. It choked it.
it's cost.
It choked it
See,
much. Choked it.
see, the truth is that they're also going out of style in a sense. I don't want to say that because like there are people who
It's true,
still will tomorrow watch JSTV, right?
of course. But they
Um,
also have a
but
streaming app
with
now to show that they are
Netflix,
moving. They're moving towards that place too. Yeah.
which was even a great marketing move for them. That was such a great move for
They
them
had
to
to.
have tried because
They had
now
to.
you can have your
Netflix.
DSTV on the go. Mm-hmm.
Now they had to because Netflix was killing them bad.
See,
Well, not in Nigeria really, but like in South Africa especially, they're really coming for them.
see,
So they had to switch one time.
you know the truth. This when we say Netflix and chill, that sense of marketing is so powerful that it's so little yet it's so powerful. That market, that Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
When people are even just going to go and see a movie, they be like, I'm going to Netflix and chill, but you're probably not watching Netflix. You're probably watching Amazon or your person is using a Fire Stick or something. But
You know what?
because
It's like
Mhm,
Nigeria how we use one particular brand to name everything. So guy, I want to buy Maggie.
exactly,
Why could you buy? But
exactly
I want to buy
unified.
mackerel. I want to buy mackerel.
Mm-hmm.
So if now stream
Exactly, or close up.
Netflix, Netflix and chill. Now even if you're
For
watching from
real.
YouTube, Netflix and chill.
We always do that in this country just to keep brands top of mind also.
Just to know that this
That's
is the idea.
fantastic.
Now the idea with this, may not to the
The
may not to
general
the
idea.
yeah, yeah. So we are thankful for all
For
these things
real.
in Nigeria. Nigeria is
Yeah, we're
far.
grateful.
But if you're in Nigeria in the 90s, you know, during that whole military period where the whole world was closed on us, any small thing you see like this, you will love
What
it.
about the people in the 80s and the 70s? Waiting they won't come talk for the matter.
So that one was even
They
bubbling.
will scream.
That was even bubbling. That 90s, it really wicked also. It wicked us gone
It
when
was
we
a
watched it.
it was a time for reflection. We had to reflect. We had to go through that so that we could reflect into a
If you go,
democracy.
if you go video club, go rent American film, you now come and watch it. It's cinema dub. If somebody in the cinema
Honestly,
recording it, the sound is terrible, the angles are shaky, but people are clapping,
see,
standing up, but you don't go do anything because where you won't go. Eh.
what you want to do? Option no D now. Now there's so many options. We have
Yeah.
we're spoiled for choice
We
right
don't even
now,
watch
which
it.
is
We are
great.
tired. We are tired. We don't watch again,
Do you
safe.
get what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people should send us what they're grateful for. Different parts of Nigeria, please. Let's not only leave it at Lagos. I know that a lot of people listen to us in Nigeria as well and all over the world. What are you guys grateful for in your countries or in your states or wherever it is that your local government? Just tell us. I want to hear. Me, I want to actually hear because sometimes us it's so easy for us to call out the bad, which is what we do every day. We're always bashing the bad, which it sort of casts a shadow on the good things that are happening, and there are good things happening. That's the truth. There's so much happening. Who would have ever thought that one day Nigerian youth to be able to work from Nigeria to any part of the world? You know what I mean?
Crazy.
That level of access that we now have, um somebody made those decisions, people made those decisions, people created these things, and every day we are creating. So what are the good things that we have been able to, or our, whether us or the government or somebody, some NGO in your locale has been able to create, that you're just grateful that this thing is happening. Send
Yeah.
us fan mail, you guys. Send us fan mail
Please
at
do.
fan mail at
Yes.
234 essential. I what's the email? Fan mail at
Family at
234 essential.
essential.com. All right. We
Yes,
rambled for almost an hour.
I
Glory
love
be
it.
to God. And let's just ask Ugochi. Let's just start with our usual segment right now.
Let's
Ugochi, how was your
go.
week?
Come on.
How was your week? I saw you in the cinema, but we'll talk about the cinema later.
Ah,
How was your week?
my dear. My week was good. The usual push and pull of the human condition. Um, it was okay. It was good. I mean, between the last time we recorded and now, not so much has happened. I feel a big break is coming. I don't know. I feel
Amen.
it in my fingers. I
We
feel
said it.
it in my toes. I feel that something great is coming just as the year is getting to an end. Of course, my thoughts as I some days ago and still has just been on what's 2025 going to look like. How do I get more intentional or deliberate about the things that I do? There's some things I need to work on myself. I've come to accept that my time management might not be great, especially as
Mhm.
regards to setting deadlines for myself. um when it comes to deadlines, especially when it's money deadline, man, I hate to put that, because that pressure for money is one thing I don't want to feel, which is okay, but I need to fine tune that, because I believe that where I'm going to requires that level of discipline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a great week. Shout out to my friend Nito coming to save me on one of the days during some days ago from drowning in my thoughts. That's when I went to the cinema.
Mhm.
We also went shopping, which was great. Retail therapy is always a goal. Shout out to the Nigerian designers that we visited. I don't know if I should call their names, but
Made them pay. Made them pay.
um, I also went to eat a Malaskai for the first time. The one in Lekki.
Oh,
Never
that means
tried it because
we almost met each other. We almost bumped into each other that day.
were you a Malaskai?
I was at Foodies, which is very close to Amalaska.
Ah, of course. I told you that I didn't when you messaged me that day. I didn't have any plans though. But my dear, before from one talk to another talk, na so plan don't fall come aside. So I had to leave my house and all of that. Had Amalaska in Lagos. I have never had Amalaska in Lagos. I've had it in Ibadan intentionally. But I decided, and it is fantastic. It was actually really good. I don't regret it. It was my friend's second time of trying it, and she had an open apology to all Yoruba people for abusing their food. First of all, but she
Look at
always
that.
used to say like, "Do you understand what I mean?" She always say Yoruba soup doesn't have stockfish, and she's all about stockfish. But
Oh, okay.
that
So they
happened.
give us that fish.
Yeah, she became a believer.
Good.
Amala is my comfort food, by the way. When I'm very sad, I have to eat amala. Just
That's
know.
nice. That's nice.
I know, like I'm not an ice cream. I don't really have sugar rush, but when it comes to amala, I'm ready. I'm always ready to eat amala. Um, yeah, it was a great week. It was a good week. I sort of like where my mind is at right now. Um, let's see what we're going to create in the coming days. We create magic. We
All right.
don't, you know,
Africa
we
magic.
don't, we're not magicians. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to all the magic that I'm going to create soon. I'm praying for the right people, right resources, right environment to grow. Yeah, that's been my, and also my niece is walking.
Uh-uh.
I'm such a
How they
proud
grow up so
auntie.
fast?
Do you get what I mean? I'm such a Nixie. My chest is up. All that good stuff happened. Great week for sure. But did I miss out anything? Oh, I went to the cinema now. We're not going to talk about that yet,
No,
Abby. Do you
no.
want me? I went to the
See,
cinema and I finally saw Gladiator
announcements.
2.
Announcements now. If you know what Gladiators 2, turn off this
Mm,
podcast. I'm not going to hold them. I'm not
yes, so
holding back.
disclaimer.
I'm turning off this podcast. Turn it off now and go and watch your film.
Disclaimer
Good.
because it's about to be live.
All right.
But yeah, great week.
Mm,
Meetings, work. That's it. Yeah. Food,
cool, cool,
friends.
cool, cool.
Yeah. Okay. How was your week, AOT2? How was your week?
My week was
Aside from
quite busy.
posting test trap on Instagram.
I don't know what test trap you are. I'm a child of God, please. My week was
Love
busy,
it.
and it was busy towards the end of the week. So Friday,
Mm-hmm.
I was on radio talking about Whiskey's new album. Quite early in the
Mm.
morning, 10 a.m. I don't know why radio people wake up so early, but 10 a.m.
Need to catch
After
the early
that,
ones.
I now had a not late event, but an event by 7. Um,
Okay.
Femi Leye, he's a very, very talented guitarist, one of the most popular guitarists in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. He invited me to
Mm.
his concert at that
Fantastic.
Toyota show Toyota company where they have like a show glass, like where they put out the cars somewhere in
Mm-hmm.
VI.
Mm-hmm.
So
VI.
he
Mm-hmm.
did it right in there in that space where the cars were lovely.
Fantastic.
Spent like 2 hours there, 2.5 hours. Then I had to go to another DJ event. He was doing his DJ party and stuff. I had to be there.
Okay.
Then on Sunday, I went for this dinner. It's a music, is to kick off a music exhibition about 70
Okay.
years of music in Nigeria. So I was a co-curator
Mm.
for that. So we broke down Nigeria. So the exhibition is all about breaking down all the popular genres in Nigeria according to the decades, what led to their creation, who were the big boys then, and all that stuff. It's a week long. It's in
Mm-hmm.
the third week of December. It's happening. So if you guys are interested, don't go to my Instagram page and you see all the details there. So
Got
yeah,
it.
my week was quite busy. Hopefully, we get money from all this waka waka we are doing and all that. I also
Amen.
went to the
Most
cinema.
important.
I had nothing to do from that radio meeting to the event, so I
Mm-hmm.
went. I went to the cinema to go and watch. First of all, I was going to watch Basketball movie.
Mm.
Ghetto Love Story. I won't spoil that one for you. I want you to go and watch it
Please
yourself.
don't.
I was initially elated about the movie, but when I went back home, I thought about a few things. I'm like, fair attempt. They tried some things that worked, and some things didn't work. But it's actually,
Mm.
if you just want to watch Nigerian film, it's actually better than
Mm.
a lot of Nigerian movies out there. And shout out to Beverly
Shout out
Usu.
to
I think she's
baskets. Mm-hmm.
shout out to Beverly Usu. She's very underappreciated. She's a wonderful actress, a very
True.
very wonderful
True.
actress.
She
That's
is.
a lady that has big things in front of her. She plays her cards right.
True.
She's really really good. And shout out to Basket Mouth. He only appeared in like 5 scenes, but every scene he appears in, you will laugh. You will definitely laugh. Trust me, you are going to be
True.
laughing.
True to the persona.
Yeah, true to the very much to the persona. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Ugochi, I'm taking stock of the year. getting ready for next year. What can I improve on? What do I need to double on? And all that
Important.
stuff. How can we make money to buy Benz in 2 months? All that kind of
Do you get?
arithmetic in your head. You know,
Come on, let's
but it's all
go.
good. But it's all good. Anyhow, God is with us.
I hate that adulthood arithmetic. I
It's
hate
mad.
how much
When you
adulthood
say an
makes me
adult, when
think
you say an
about
adult
money.
carrying, when you say an adult carrying
Oh,
notebook and opening calculator, you don't reach that level now. It has
you
gotten to that
understand?
level. Budgeting time.
See, my head is aching me as I'm talking about it, I swear.
Hello?
Because which
Hello?
kind of problem be this? Oh, you know that meme that they say, I don't calculate how much I need now. $1 million no go do.
Yeah.
Reality of things, enough it do because the plans choke for real, but we're making our plans, but we're also praying as we make our plans because sometimes, in our minds, there's a way we want things to play out. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and inspirational, motivational speakers of recent, and I'm really happy with myself for this, But you know how we make plans as human beings or as people, and we say, once this one just connect like this now, it's to just do like this, to just do like this, and just do like this and do like this, and this is what will happen. We permutate and we make these assumptions and we make these plans, which are good, but really just don't hold your plans to your chest because it's never going to play out the way you
Uh,
imagined.
it will shock
Like
you.
it's just if and when it happens, that path you thought it was going to follow probably wouldn't be what it's going to be. That's the truth.
Mm.
um and even if you fail at it, I remember when I was going through a very depressive moment in my life this year, and I spoke to Osagi, and Osagi said to me, Ugochi, when bad things happen to you, you need to be excited because it's going to open doors to something new and exciting that you didn't even know that something is going to come and it's going to be better than what has passed. So look forward to that and be excited for it. But in that moment when you are dealing with the failure and you are pressed against the wall, as AOT2 always tell me, take it easy. But like, you can't take it easy in that point because you can't think in that moment, you guys. You honestly can't think because everything, anxiety has choked you, everything. But you know what? It's going to work out and everything is going to go as it should or even better. That's the truth.
Amen.
So
Amen.
make your plans, but put it in God's hands, man, because it really be things. Life be life on some
It be
days, but we are
things as a
grateful.
Ghana.
My dear. No be lie.
Mm.
Our week has been really fun. I think I really want to hear more about the 70 kiniki, what was that, the
70
music
years
thing
of
happening
music in Nigeria.
yeah, the 70 years. I think I would really love to
So
hear
it was
about
a
that.
dinner that had it was a dinner that had a lot of icons,
Mm-hmm,
OGs, and current people in the game. The man
mm-hmm,
who designed most of Fela Kuti's album artworks was there. He's the official visual
mm-hmm.
consultant. He's 70 now.
Fantastic.
He's been in the game for 50 years. So he spoke about what Fela meant to Nigerian music, originality, what we have to do. Then the convener,
Mm-hmm,
um, who is the CEO of Pop Central, also spoke about why he decided
mm.
to take this painstaking journey because it's a lot of work and the reason
Can
behind it.
imagine.
Then we, the
Exactly.
co-curators, stepped up on to and spoke about why we have, why we had the conviction to do
Mm-hmm,
this exhibition. The other guy's name is Jide
mm-hmm,
Taiwo. Yeah, and I spoke to and I
mm.
spoke about what I basically said was do not allow foreigners to write your own story. You know,
True.
because according to the hunter every day the hunter kill the lion, but the day the lion writes his own story,
Mm.
now there it will be. So we have to understand
Facts.
why we have to talk our write our own narrative and not believe what the white man says about our music. A lot of
Very true.
big people were there. The clubs, met some people I've not seen in a long time, and it was a lovely
Mm-hmm,
experience because before you even enter the dinner space, you have to walk through the museum because the museum is
mm.
going to is what we're trying to do is replicate that kind of museum feel. for Nigerian music. So there are rooms where you just listen to
Mm,
music. So music from the 60s, you listen to it there. Music from the
that's
60s, 70s.
fantastic.
Yeah. There's some places that is the live band that be playing popular Nigerian songs. And also there are like town hall meetings where
Mm,
we can discuss about Nigerian music. There are artworks you can look at of iconic Nigerian artists and images
that
also.
is fantastic.
So it's a 3D experience. So if you really want to know Nigerian music, and not the people who believe Nigerian music started when whiskey started singing. No. Like
Mm,
pure Nigerian music. A lot of people don't know that next year will be 100 years of recorded Nigerian music. What a century.
really? A
Yeah,
hundred
century.
years?
A century of people recording music in Nigeria is next year. A lot of people don't know
Interesting.
that. Yeah, so it's rich. And we also talk about what led to the creation of these genres. What were the socio-economic, socio-political, socio-cultural factors that led to the creation of juju, high life? Why was rock music so popular in the East after the Biafran War and all that?
Mm-hmm.
You break that all down and give people insight into Nigerian music.
That is fantastic. That
Yeah, yeah.
is really an in-depth. And is this something that is going to just only happen in Lagos, or is this going around the country, or what do you
So
know what the vision of this is
the
like?
vision now is for now Lagos, but I don't know about the next year's
Mm-hmm.
plans. Maybe it will not travel to other
Mm-hmm.
parts of the country. I know one thing we were talking about was that we needed more northern representation because I feel that's the part of the country that is not really spoken about musically, even though they've had musicians there.
Mm,
So
exactly.
hopefully we will take it to the north. I pray they take it to the east because earlier in the year I watched a documentary
Yeah.
about Eastern music, especially about rock and funk music, and why it was so big
Mm-hmm.
in Southeast post Civil War. I hope he also gets there also
Interesting.
too. Yeah, I hope he also gets there too. But let's keep our fingers crossed. Everything that money. If the right people show up, if the right state government or state governor say, "Hey, come to this part of the nation and do what you guys can do," we obviously do it. That was not an issue.
I feel that it will be possible in no distant time. I am actually believing this because
Oh yeah,
the entertainment industry seems to be having a lot of international acclaim, and I don't want to say funding because I'm not
yeah. There's funding.
but
There's
like,
smart
yeah,
funding.
there's funding, you know what I mean? So is if there's a will, then
There's
it
a
will
way.
definitely happen if they
Something every
exactly if they want.
something every
Mhm.
Nigerian should know about, listen to.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's your history.
For
It's
real.
not only. It's not because it's music doesn't mean it's not your history. It's your music history. You have to know about
Exactly.
it. Yeah, our music tells us what
Facts.
happened during a particular period in the country. It's easier for you to understand
Mm-hmm.
what happened in
The
in the
rhythms
country
of the
at that time.
time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah,
The aura.
well, yeah, the aura. So we hope that it gets
For
bigger and
real.
better. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I,
Hmm.
I I really love that that's happening. As we said, this is something we should be grateful for too.
Hmm.
Documenting.
Yeah.
Hopefully we document and don't lose it, or we don't get into a system of government that decides that all of this data that has been collected should be thrown away to some place and never discussed upon or
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So grateful for documentation, really, because I think that the modern day Nigeria is more what's the word now, is more locked in on documenting. And
Yes, we
this
have
is
to
from
document.
people even exactly, and this is from people even documenting their personal stories, which then tie up into the bigger nomenclature, or the bigger topic that we're talking about. So it's fantastic that this is happening. I'm happy to hear this, and I'm happy that
Yeah.
we're living in times like this. To be honest, where information is so close and yet so diverse. But yeah, happy to hear that.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the things we are cooking up this year. And finally it's about to come out to the
It done
public.
done.
You don't know.
You're about to dish it.
Dish
About
it
to
out.
dish it to us.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's happening for tweet of the week, or where are we going to next from
Oh,
this?
tweet of the week. Ugochi says she wants to fight with me. I just come
See,
bearing. I'm a messenger. You have to understand. This is not
I'm ready
Spartacus.
for you.
This is not Spartacus when they kill that guy. They push and say, "This is Sparta." No, 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 no. Please, please,
Give
please.
him
No,
ton.
no. This is just
Don't
me
stand close
bearing.
to the edge because
So
you are close to the edge right
this
now.
kind of message, you'll be far from the king. Say, sir, you'll be shouting. This is the message. Because I watch some movies where they don't behead the messenger. They don't say
Oh
return the
my
head back
god.
to the owners. So
See.
according to Shaka, not Zulu. Shaka, not Zulu. Don't get it confused. He went on Twitter. Oh, listen, ladies, especially, please do not store the
Look at that.
messenger. I can't
Look
bearing
at that.
gift. He
Hmm.
tweeted on November 25, 2024. The tweet has 3.9 million views around the world as we speak. He said, and I quote,
Ayo.
Women don't know what indecent dressing is, comma, till the housemaid wears it in front of their husband. Egbe. I don't know. Messenger
See.
is running back. Messenger is running back. He's going back to where it came from. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Send me SMS as a reply. Send me
You
SMS.
know what?
Thank
Let me
you.
not let before I crucify you. The reason that you chose this as tweet of the week, just come and
Okay.
defend it. Just come and tell me what was in your mind.
You
When
know
you
why?
saw it, what was the
I
emotion that come
remember.
up in your
I,
mind?
re- I remember when I was a guest on Zero Conditions. And Melody said
Mm-hmm.
something. I can't remember what led to this about dressing. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, Melody,
Mm-hmm.
I first complimented her. Oh, you're looking lovely today. Lovely dress and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If your husband comes one day and says, this is the new house help that we have in this house, and the house help is just exactly like you, what will you say?
Shout out to Melody.
Melody first, I brain first, you know where laptop don't hang. The laptop hung. Yeah, I said, oh, you to
Oh
calm
my
down.
word.
And I remember, oh, so somebody can say this. Because me, they don't bomb me where to tweet this. If I tweet this, my head is off. They look, no, I'm cancelled. There's no
No,
way.
definitely going to be slaughtered. First of
Yes.
all, no, finish the rationale behind
You know,
this tweet
and
because
honestly,
I want
I
to
was not up to, honestly, I
uh-huh,
was not up to mischief. I just said, this is a viral
uh-huh.
though. That I think will spark a lot of nice conversation. So I come with an innocent mind, no ill thoughts,
I
no
love it.
agenda, no propaganda.
Come on.
Just saying
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm.
can we, should we look at it? And I'm going to use a picture to buttress this because the way
Let's
Ugochi is
go.
now, this a laugh. It's a laugh of say Olufumulayo and some kuti laugh. You know what's gonna laugh when they say,
See,
I go show on that paper. So, I didn't even take a
see.
picture of this. Let me take a picture of it. Yes.
Let me tell you. Let me. While you're looking
So,
for that picture.
Ugochi, let's
Mm-hmm.
say now you're living in your mansion now, your palatial
Mm,
villa. Eh? Let's even
mm,
put it better.
mm-hmm,
It's in the east, like African magic Igbo. So,
mm,
so they are playing the background music, and you now walk out as the madam of the house say you dey go swimming pool, right?
mm,
And you now
mm,
see
mm.
your house help wantonly
Wearing bomb
display.
shots.
No, it's not bomb shots. Wantonly display what should not be displayed in the house
Like
where
what? What should not be
there's a man of the.
displayed?
Please, can you check your Instagram, please?
Now there they go. I don't see and see it. Is
No,
it
your
Instagram
Instagram,
or WhatsApp?
your WhatsApp, your
I'm
WhatsApp.
mad.
Okay,
See,
and you
these
now see
babes, eh?
when you see this now,
Hey.
how your
No,
mind will
but
just
house girl cannot be like this at home now. Come on.
which you don't know how the Gen Z has help. Maybe she thought two of you went
Say
out
Nigerian
or
see herself.
you people went out on a vacation or something. And you people not come home and she did not hear you honey. And you
But
now enter
is
house.
this picture you sent me on a
Yes.
what's the
It's
word
a
now on a public page?
yes, public. No bad luck.
Interesting.
Even the defender that has to defend now. She they breathe
No,
coffee.
but this one is not wearing anything now. This is
No,
a different thing.
she's just covering. It's just you can't see the strap. There's a strap there.
There's a strap.
No,
Oh,
I'll
okay,
show
okay,
that.
okay, okay, okay. I've seen the strap. I've
Yeah,
seen the strap.
yeah.
I've
It's
seen
just
the
that
strap.
the other thing
But
has
like,
the main thing that's covered your eye. So you can't even see anything again.
see, no, the truth is that this person is literally not dressed. This is not about me being scantily dressed. They're
So let
scantily
me look. Let
dressed,
me look for
and
scantily
this
dressed. Let
person
me
is
look.
not dressed at all. You know what
Maybe
I
I
mean?
kept
Like
bearing.
nobody's.
I kept bearing gifts. So let me show you the gifts that I brought. Because I don't like where arguments no they reach one place one place. Well, continue. Let me look for the accounts.
So let me just check. Why I was going to fight with AOT2 first of all was that I feel that back to back there have been conversations about women, and these conversations are
Back to
somewhat
back.
subjective. It's not like
Eh,
it's not
eh,
everybody. Do you understand what I mean? There have been targeted comments
Oh
and
my God, this man.
and topics.
Me, I have
You
no
know
problem
what I
with this.
mean?
I have no problem with this. Please show it all, baby. Show it all. Show it all. Thank you.
See, and I'm just like, why are we talking about women a lot? And I understand that this sells, but like, I don't want us to be.
Yes.
This is not a this is a balanced conversation because all of us together in this country we're in this together. So this is a balanced conversation.
Fairly
I like to
targeted
have a
women.
balanced conversation. Do
Yes.
you
Look
understand?
at them.
That's how I'm beginning to feel because last week we talked about sex workers and then this week we're talking about
But
house girls
just,
dressing
you know the thing,
See,
Ugochi. You know the thing, Ugochi.
mm,
Nigerians are horny.
tell
Nigerians
me.
are hot. We are very horny. Let's say holiness is spreading around. So it's
It's in
affecting the
our
medulla.
food.
It's affecting
It's
people's
in
medulla.
actually our food. For
Okay.
real. It's
I've seen
actually in
this
our
one. I've
food.
seen this one. Okay, now
Mm,
this one. Let me paint the scenario. There's one woman in your neighborhood that says her business is supplying house help, and
mm,
brings one house help to your house one day, right?
mm,
And this is the way the
mm,
house help is dressed. This one is not as scandalous, but
mm,
according to how you interpret it, it could be, it
mm.
must be. So please use your eye, your inner eye, because me, I don't know these things. To me, all of them are
Jesus.
naked. All of them are naked in my own eye. So I just want to know.
So this is not bad, right? This is not. This
No,
is
this is
first of all date night fit.
Ugochi first. No, the problem is that your eye is that eye of Lagos girl. I say use the eye of
No.
madam, the madam of a house, of
Okay,
a
so
house.
first of all, that I want this conversation about this house help dressing and all of it, right? First of all, how when people have other people in their when couples have other people in their houses, some
Yeah.
many couples, I don't want to say every couple, but many couples sort of adjust the way
Oh
that
yes,
they
true.
they,
The way they
they
dress.
dress and
Yes,
move
yes.
around the house. You know what I
You
mean?
can't be moving
Now,
around the boxers.
do you get
As
what
a
I
man,
mean?
as a man,
Some
can't
people
be moving
are more
around the boxers. Yeah.
boxers and bed chested and moving around the house. What are you? But if it's just you and your shima at home, you can dress as you please. Nobody is looking at your face. But if you have a live-in help, which means that you have somebody in the house who is either younger, many
Mm-hmm.
times in Nigerian homes, you don't want to set a certain precedence to the person, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
the truth, and I say this from the households of the people that from growing up and as well just like the people up around me who are married, right? They don't want they don't they, their main grouse is that they don't want to set precedents for certain behaviors, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even some people smoke and they can't smoke at home because they don't want the
Oh
house
yes.
help or their kids to walk into
To
them
hear.
smoking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Exactly. Language is probably also something else that they'll look at in the house. Like, don't
Oh
cuss
yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
don't speak vulgar, that sort of a thing. There's
Yeah.
so many things that come with it before we now even start entering that dressing. But come on, this babe that you just sent me now, like she's obviously on date night. This is not to say that the comments that this person has made does not hold water. Or do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't want your house help to be dressing. In fact, sometimes the skimpily is not even that she's dressed skimpily. It's just that the clothes are too clingy to her body,
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It could be
And before,
anything.
you know, it turns to a Nollywood film now.
You understand? And to be honest, I was see.
But it's a
How do I
reality
put it?
also. It's a reality also.
Do you understand what I mean? I
Yeah.
wanted to say that it doesn't matter what the person is
It is
wearing,
wearing
what
actually,
the
yeah.
help is wearing.
Because some people
You
they
know what I
wear,
mean?
most of them wear. See, in short, most of these cases, the babe is not wearing anything, can't tell you anything. Just normal wrapper and shorts.
Nothing.
And a dear
Do you get
papa
what I
shirt.
mean?
Eh,
Say now, dear Papa. Do you
yes, ma'am.
understand? I believe that if we want to go into that conversation now, we'll enter the men's perspective because one of the reasons that the women are apprehensive of how their helps are looking is because of Oga at home.
There's
This
a
is the
wandering
truth.
eye. There's a
So
wandering eye.
the wandering eyes of Oga. So now we're not looking at the cause, we're looking at the symptoms when we talk about things
Mm.
like this. Yes, you don't want your
This is why
house
I
girl
brought
to
the
be
topic.
dressed in a
This is
certain
why I
way.
brought this topic
Do you
because I
get what I
know
mean?
what you will bring illumination and enlightenment. Not for controversy,
That's who I
but this is
am,
why.
baby. For
Uh-huh.
a reason.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Thank you.
But the truth is, I was going to fight with you because if we don't talk the one last week, I don't say okay, okay, okay. This week again, we entered another one. You understand? But
One last week don't
still,
cool down. Be like say boys
you
don't feel
don't put
afford.
down.
Boys don't feel afford those Snapchat pages. Just move on.
Everywhere
So
is tight.
it's very tight. Gotta kill
Everywhere
herself.
tight for real. You know what I mean? See, if you want to copy the Western world when it comes to having help in your house, you can get uniforms. So uniform, even plus see, I just want to say it doesn't
What
matter
will
what the
happen?
person is wearing.
What will
It
happen
doesn't
will
matter
happen.
the
Yes.
wrapper. Do you understand? It doesn't matter the package. If you like cut the house, I remember growing up, you see a lot of help. They
Cut
didn't used
it.
to go and make their hair. They used to cut their
Mm.
hair. You
They look like
understand?
man.
They
They
will
look
not go
like
to
man.
school.
They look like
Do
man.
you get what I mean?
And they'll still end up.
You
And things will still happen.
things go still happen.
Mm.
There's one of my favorite books ever by Ijoma. I don't know how to pronounce her surname well. Let me know more it. But she's amazing. She wrote this book called Questions for Ada. And it's a compilation of short poems or stories, just about the ills that women face in different ways and sex of their life. And one of the stories there was about a young girl who was given to this couple by her mother to serve them, as house help and all of that. And Oga used to sleep with the babe every night. He used to sexually assault her. He was raping her every other night until one night
It's
he
not
went
as if
there.
it was sexual assault, truly. Yeah.
Yes, he was sexually assaulting her. And one of the nights he went to go and sleep with her, she stabbed him. That's how she killed the Oga.
Yes, sir.
Fact. Yeah, because how long do you want to keep doing that? Those people, the people, the help in your house is also a human being. And if you're listening to 234 and you're hearing my voice, I don't care if you hate me. That's the truth. I really can't be bothered about whether you like me or you hate me if I say this. But like sometimes you just need to keep your see. If you want shit, no shit for house, shit for outside. Go far away from home. Let nobody
As
see you.
Scarface said in the movie called Scarface, don't get high on your own supply.
Your own supply. Period. Go away, go and commit that atrocity far away from home.
It's actually shitty behavior, sir, for you to be sleeping to
Do
yourself.
you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll not be sleeping with your house help, the person that is taking care of your kids, the person that is washing your clothes. Some of them are cooking in the houses, and you be doing some kind of funny things. Anyway, men used to take risk. Oh, make I know like give you men they take
Risk,
risk for
risk,
real. Like
risk.
get mind is the other not really
Or
risk.
you carry,
You
or you
understand?
carry
But
baby, or you carry baby. You don't know our health status. Not health status as in STI, but you don't know that this one fit if you just sleep and die now. Which
oh
explanation?
God,
I did not ask you her name. You now say her name is Julia. Meanwhile, her name is one strong native name. That this name, brother, you will sleep in jail. You will sleep in jail.
see,
Or the baby you carry, you don't know
I
anything
love
that
it.
the baby uses drugs a lot. She now ODs in your house. Oga,
Ah,
you will sleep
and he
in
never chop.
jail. You never stop. If you get don't hide. You can't even carry the phone from out. My guy,
You
you will sleep in jail. So that was our tweet of the week, our X of the week. Anyway, now let us get into the nitty gritty of why we are here. A couple of topics anyway. Of first one is obviously Gladiator 2. Now Gochi went to the cinema to watch the film, but I let her tell you her scene. How she fuck up. Okay.
I know this is such an expose. Do you remember that TV show Expose back in
I remember the name, but I can't remember
Skinny? I
what
can't
it
remember
was.
her name. See, this is a real expose. So I went to the cinema to watch Gladiator 2, and my dates for the movie at the cinema had not watched Gladiator 1.
First
And
red flag.
so
That was the first red flag.
see, I don't know how it is possible that they hadn't both watched Gladiator 1, but anyway, we got into the cinema and it's a 3 hour movie. You guys, if you listen to this podcast for a long time, you know that I have bursts of energy when it comes to movies. I don't know, like I can't sit 3 hours watching a movie. My eyes will get tired. I'll sleep off. Now naturally, when I go to the cinemas, I sleep. Like anybody who has ever been to the cinema with me knows that there's a point I will nod off in sleep. But in order to battle that part, I started to eat popcorn, and popcorn we ordered for a mixed popcorn, but I don't know, it tasted just it was only sugar that was inside that thing. So I just had to keep eating to keep my eyes open. But you guys, there will be parts where I'll be watching the movie and I'll just blank. Like I'm looking at what's happening, but I can't hear. I didn't hear the conversation. I don't. I'm like, I'm not. My mind has wandered somewhere else or something, and I'm not. I'm not looking. And then I ask my friends, "Oh, you guys, what just happened here?" They're like, "Ah, I think that this person." I was like, "No, no." So I came to Ayo with an honest heart, and I told Ayo that some places where I didn't really. No, I'm not following, but I think I need to go and
Which
rewatch the
places?
movie.
Which
Ayo
places were you
decided
following?
to chop me. Okay,
Which
so
places were you following?
when we're starting the spoiler now, so everybody be aware, right?
I'm
So
just going to
remember
give them a
when?
story. I'm going to give them a story breakdown, but just
Okay, so when the main actor guy, I don't now remember his the
yes,
guy that
the
was a soldier in the
guy,
city that they went to go and
the gladiator. Just say
overtake.
the gladiator.
The gladiator, God bless you.
Mhm.
When the gladiator guy was when they are taking him to Rome to go and fight, and then they tried to find out who he was.
Yeah,
um there was a place where I think that when what's the name, when the daughter of Marcus,
yeah,
the
the emperor,
king,
imperator. Yeah,
the emperor, found out
imperator.
that that gladiator was her son. Like,
Yeah,
did they tell the story of how the young boy went, because, like, I don't know, I missed that complete part. Did they tell the story of how the young boy was pulled away from his mother and has now come back into Rome as a gladiator? And how did
yes,
she
yes.
figure out that? Okay, so I didn't hear any of that. All I just
Very
knew was
good.
that she clocked that her son
Okay,
was,
let's break it down.
like, the guy
Very well.
was her son. Okay, let's go,
Thank you,
let's
thank you.
go. Forgive me. Do your do. Let's go.
Extraordinary,
Storyteller
extraordinary.
number one. Come on,
Okay,
let's tell us.
so Gladiator 2 continues from Gladiator 1. There has been like a
Mm-hmm.
20-year gap. Now Rome is at its highest peak, and now they're just killing. They're going to far places in the world just to go and conquer them and kill all the young men there and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Rome is ruled by twins right now, brothers,
Yes,
and they're a bit mad, despotic, a bit
a
mad.
bit.
I'm just saying, that's an understatement, but I just want you guys to know.
Okay.
So the movie starts off with this young guy living in living far away from Rome, and he was talking to his wife. They're doing like family shows and everything. Then they hear a sound like a trumpet, and when they heard that trumpet, it was obviously one thing: war. Rome was
Mm.
coming to come and make them. So they get prepared for war. The lady also gets prepared for war. So that shows that that society was rather progressive when it comes to like female rights in the matter of
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
the society. So they get to the battleground, and if anybody can remember Spartacus, the man who used to train all the gladiators in Spartacus was actually the leader in this one.
Yeah,
So I don't know who knows Pedro
that Black
Pascal.
American guy. Yeah.
Pedro Pascal was the guy in Game of Thrones who was meant to kill the mountain. The mountain killed his sister.
Yes.
The chance to kill
Mm-hmm.
her was giving speech and he cracked his head. That's Pedro Pascal. Very, very big guy
Yes.
in Hollywood right now. And as things were happening, both sides started fighting. And Pedro Pascal was very close to the wall to breach the wall of the enemies. And this guy's wife was an archer. She was badass. She was badass with the bow and arrow. And she
Mm-hmm.
killed one of Pedro Pascal's guys. And he looked up and he just ordered his own archers. And they should fire at her. And they fired at her and she died. The
Exactly.
husband was grieving and he got knocked over the wall and he fell into the water. He was there for a long time and he even had a dream
Mm-hmm.
of his wife about to cross over to the other side and he woke up. He was
Mm-hmm.
pulled out by Roman soldiers and he went back to the ocean to go and hold his wife. So the arrow that killed her, he broke the arrow, that part, and he held on to it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
as obviously, we now see a scene where the the defeated people are burying their dead, they are crying and everything. And Pedro Pascal has a conscience. Even when he was claiming the land for Rome, you could feel the pain in his heart. You could feel that he
Mm-hmm.
didn't like what he was doing. He was fed up
Exactly.
with going to foreign lands and just killing people unnecessarily. So they took all the able-bodied men from that whole society, from that whole land, and they put them in a ship, right, to the outskirts of Rome itself to come and fight as
Mm.
gladiators. The old guy that was in Spartacus said, "Look, he was even injured badly. His hand was broken. He said he doesn't have any strength to fight again." So when they got to the Colosseum outside of Rome, That's when we see our guy.
Peter Mensah, that's his name. I just
Okay, Victor
googled it.
Mensah. So
Peter
at that,
Mensah.
yeah, so at that small Gladiator arena or Coliseum, that's where we see our guy, the greatest of all time,
Come
one of
on.
one, one of
Let's
one.
go.
Denzel
Hottie.
Washington, Denzel Washington, looking
Criminal
glorious in
Hottie.
all those.
Listen.
I don't know what they call them, dresses or gowns. I don't know.
See,
And
that's those are garments.
garments and the wings.
See,
Oh, this guy had he had like two rings on each finger. He was looking glorious.
listen.
Salt and
Come
pepper
on, the
beard,
money.
nice scissor cut. And he was a man that used to buy gladiators. So they
With
now
gray
brought in the
hair.
bunch. Yeah, they brought in the bunch of guys that were already conquered, and he got there. And Victor Mensah and they placed them in front of monkeys, wild monkey. These are the wildest monkeys ever seen. If this monkey catch you, you have COVID, rabies, diarrhea,
See,
gonorrhea, everything.
and
So
some
Victor
things
Mensah,
unfound,
some things on fire
unknown.
back then, unknown to medical science.
Listen.
So Victor Mensah just knelt down on the sand, and the one of the monkeys killed him. But he saw our actor. He beat he chopped he beat
It pam.
a monkey. He chopped
That's
him with
it.
his mouth. He now used the chains on him
It
to
pin ear.
strangle one of the monkeys to death. Denzel saw him
Honestly.
and said, "I want that one. Take him," and he got up. Then, so I might not say it according to scene by scene, but I'm not giving the story.
Of course.
So at the courtyard, Denzel looked at this guy and said, "What is your name?" The guy didn't answer. Say, okay, no wahala. I think the guy later answered and said this is his name. And Denzel could feel the rage within him. Denzel said he should fight his own trainer of gladiators. This guy beat the guy. Denzel got up and laughed and said, "Yeah, follow me to Rome." So next thing we see, or next thing I can remember, was the general who had conquered all those lands. So as a general, when you go on the conquest for Rome and you are victorious, you come without your army, because you don't need to scare the politicians. You come and they
Yeah.
give you a wonderful parade. People will line up on the streets and you walk in a chariot of gold, and even the dress you're wearing itself is beautiful. So the guy did it. But he was not happy. He walked up the steps and he saw the two emperors, and they kissed him and they welcomed him home. So inside their palace, the guy now said, that he has been tired from all these campaigns, that he would rather go to his wife. His wife is the daughter of the emperor who was killed in part one. That was his
Yes.
wife.
By his son.
Yes. And those ones said, no, that there's still India, there's still so many places for you to conquer. And the guy was kind of arguing with them, but they didn't agree. And this is when you say that they are mad. First of all, their faces are white, powdered white, pure white, like ghosts, for some strange fucking reason. So they implicitly, or whatever that English is, threatened implicitly threatened that he should go on the next campaign. So my guy just ran. So he agreed, more or less agreed. Then he went to go and see his wife, and that's when we see that, oh, this lady down from part one. Anyway, Denzel gets to Rome, right, with his gladiator, and there is like a small showcase in front of the emperors. And the emperors demanded that they wanted a fight to death, not on any normal fight, and they wanted with swords. Denzel was kind of hesitant. Now I'm about to answer Ugochi's question here. Denzel was kind of hesitant, right? About, oh, what's this guy going to do? Is it possible? One thing, we can kill this guy. They gave two of themselves. Oh, my guy killed this guy in front of the two emperors. The two emperors were laughing. Not that I knew that these ones were stark mad. And one of the
Honestly.
emperors
Crazy
was so
lots.
impressed. Yeah, he was so impressed. I said, "What is your name?" The guy didn't answer. The emperor felt it was rude. So when Denzel saw that, this if he go anyhow, if he kill this guy here, Denzel said, that the guy doesn't speak our language.
Doesn't understand.
All of a sudden, this guy started reciting one of the greatest poems ever, and they just took it, and there was a close up on Denzel's face, and Denzel was pleasantly shocked. And that's when Denzel in his mind, started to ask questions that this guy is not an ordinary guy. This guy is not an ordinary slave. That this guy knows a lot that he's not telling me. Earlier, Denzel already asked this guy, "What do you want?" And the guy said he wanted the whole Roman army, and Denzel said that's not possible. So the guy now said, "I want the head of the general who killed my wife." And Denzel said, "That can happen. We can make that work. Now, if you give me what I want, I'll give you what you want." So they already had a bargain. Denzel was working something in his mind, which we'll later find out in the movie. So after the slave kills that guy, they take him back to his bath to wash himself. Denzel comes in right? And gives him his
Mm-hmm.
coins, the coins that he won. And the guy said he didn't want any coin. And Denzel was like, they didn't ask him, how did you learn that poem? That this is not something like foreigners that who don't know Rome knows how to recite. He said, oh,
Mm-hmm.
the guy lied and said, oh, um, when I was stationed with a Roman soldier back then, he used to recite it to us. They said this thing is
Mm-hmm.
real. Like
Mm-hmm.
this guy is playing me for a fool. But Denzel was smart. Meanwhile, Denzel already done. He already him and a senator have placed a bet that if my guy beats your guy, you will owe me a large sum of money. Obviously, Denzel
Mm.
guy's won. So that guy now owed him a large sum of money. Denzel went to go and meet that guy again. That don't worry,
That
forget about that
fool.
bet. Let's do double or nothing. If my guy wins again at the games, because they are meant to have a games to celebrate the victory of the general, that you owe me
Mm-hmm.
your house, that you give me your house and
Mm-hmm.
everything you basically own. And I think the guy was a compulsive gambler because he could not say no to Denzel for some reason. I don't know why. Whether he was charmed by him, whether I don't know why.
Because he
Then
was
they
greedy. He was a greedy. He was a
yeah,
greedy official.
he was a
He
greedy
always
idiot
wanted.
actually.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was very greedy,
So
and he liked the
meanwhile,
lavish life.
yeah, like and his woman.
Mm.
So meanwhile, the general and this lady, his wife, started planning a coup that it's time for them to kill these emperors and take Rome back to the way it was meant to be for the people and not this rubbish dictatorship there is and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the lady started working already. She started trying to reach out to some senators to make it happen. On the first day of the games of the in the arena, right?
Mm-hmm.
My guy comes out. Omo, they brought one badass guy to come and meet him. Now, so he finished, he killed this guy. He killed him. So the main guy was
Honestly.
the gladiator was beating him. Oh. He already even punched him he already beat him to the sand already, he already dropped him to his knees.
Mm-hmm.
The emperors, they not ask the emperors, the way they do back then was that, oh, will you show mercy or should you kill him? So if you put your thumbs up, that means kill him. No, if you put your thumbs up, that's mercy. If you put thumbs down, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And as the emperor was about to even, I think the emperor put mercy. My guy said
He put
no.
Messi. Yes.
My guy said no, 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 no. No, I don't want a mercy from a Roman. No. The guy got up
Mm-hmm.
and first beat that guy to the ground. First, stab him. The
Omo.
crowd were now asking the emperor mercy or kill him. But the guy said kill him. As the emperor said kill him like this, my guy took two swords, sliced my guy's head, he bled out. Then the emperor and Denzel started reciting the poem that that slave was, that the gladiator was saying. And all of a sudden, the general's wife,
Amen.
it just clicked in her mind that this person might be, because that same poem was said by the former gladiator in part one. And the former
Mm-hmm.
gladiator in part one used to teach that
Maximus.
boy, the Maximus used to teach that boy. After
Yes.
she went back home, I think she went to maybe the burial place or something. I can't remember where that place was.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked
Mm-hmm.
up and she was reciting that poem. The poem was written on the walls, and she just said she didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to believe. She didn't want to believe. By Wuru, she had a meeting with this guy in his cell, and she was asking him that, please tell me where are you from? The guy was trying to form a hard guy, but the way he reacted to her and the things he said, it was clear that it was her son. She said, the guy said basically said, I don't know who you think I am, but I am not the son you abandoned and never saw again. Ah, the
I
woman
want
was
to
saying,
ask you a
yeah.
question at this
The woman
point.
said, yeah.
I want to ask you a
My
question.
head, yeah.
So my question is this: how did her son Lucius get
Mm-hmm.
pulled away from her that he became some general? You know that after in
Okay.
Gladiator One,
There's a scene that shows
they
that.
were about the boy, going anywhere or anything.
There's
His
a
uncle
scene.
becomes king. So
Yeah.
how did that happen? I
There's a
don't know.
scene.
Did you
There's a
explain
scene that showed
that?
that. There's a scene that showed
Mm-hmm.
that. So when Maximus was
Okay, I
about to
missed
die,
that.
in the flashback that you see in this
Mm-hmm.
movie, she
Mm.
rushes towards him and she says, "Protect the boy at all costs." So she took her son right there when they see when the whole battle had just finished, and she gave him to
Mm-hmm.
somebody and said, "Please take him to so and so, please." She begged her son that I will come and meet you very soon.
Uh-huh.
But it seems that when the boy got there, I think invaders were coming there also. So the boy was taken to another place. So they lost contact or something. I don't know how it happened.
Uh-huh.
So he grew up resenting her. So that's why when they meet for the first time,
Mm,
he resented her, and she went back home to cry and say, "Oh my lord, this is my lost son." Also, before then, she
yes.
invited Denzel, and this is how Denzel knew. She
Makes
invited Denzel to her house
sense.
for a meeting, and Denzel was like, "He's curious, so that why are you?" And she now asked that slave that's your gladiator, where did he come from? And
Mm-hmm.
he mentioned it, and she was trying to probe more. And Denzel was, and you see the way Denzel acted this thing there, his face was saying a lot than what he wasn't saying. His face was,
See.
so Denzel just got up and went up to one statue and said, "Who is this person?" Also, that's my father, because Denzel was a former soldier who fought for her father,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Denzel got up and said, who is that in statue, right? She just said, "That's my father." And this was her father was very young. Denzel
Of
already
course.
clicked. I had to ask, you already now, this guy resembles my slave. So Denzel goes down
Mm,
and asks one of his guys that, "Did this woman ever have a son?" They say, "Yeah, they are, yes." So the guy said, "Yes,
mm.
she had a son, but nobody knew what became of him." Denzel already added 2 plus
There
2.
you go.
He already knew what the fuck was happening. He already knew that there was a coup about to happen already. That's how smart Denzel was, 2 steps ahead of everybody in this movie.
Because it was a criminal.
Yeah. So
That guy. Love it.
the next fight again, they had to replicate. I think no, one of the fights they had to replicate a famous battle in the ocean, so in the sea. So they filled the Coliseum with water.
Mm-hmm.
This man didn't go according to script. He beat the Romans, and they shot an arrow that almost hit the emperor.
Mm-hmm.
They shot an arrow that almost hit one of the emperors. And at this point, they're already getting very close to the emperors and all that stuff, right? That's what my guy just.
Mm-hmm.
But those emperors just waka and go. They just went.
Mm-hmm.
So there's now was gonna meet that idiot that was owing him money, entered his house, and that guy came crying and said, "Oh, I know he wants to take my house and everything." They said, "That's not the problem. That I'm asking for your loyalty." I mean, I didn't understand why Denzel was asking for his loyalty. The guy swore
Mm-hmm.
loyalty to Denzel. And meanwhile, that man that was owing Denzel already knew what was happening. Because one of the slaves in that woman's house went to tell him that, Omo, there's going to be a coup against the emperors very, very soon. Right? So he now whispered it to Denzel. Oh, there's a plan to take out the what they call them, the
The
emperors.
gladiator.
And no, the emperors. That there's a plan to
Okay.
do a coup. And Denzel laughed. He said, "I know already." Because he's the bad guy. He's always one step ahead of
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mumu general and his wife, as they were planning to go and do the coup now, obviously they arrested them and they brought them
Mm.
in front of the mad emperors who are crazy. And they just showed us a part of the I don't know what they called it, the living space they were in. And behold, Denzel was there with his stupid friend, right? And these people were the emperors were mad. One of them wanted to even kill him on the spot. That one was crazy. And I'll reveal why that guy was the crazier version. Not as if two of them were not crazy, but this guy was the crazier version
Mm.
or the Momu version of the two of them.
The second
They
one
said,
was
"Oh,
the
they're going
Momo
to punish
version now.
this."
The one with the monkey.
Yes, yeah, the one with the monkey. So the
Mm.
emperors now said, "You know what? We are going to punish you publicly." They were telling the general that you go out there tomorrow in the arena and you're gonna face certain death and everything. And after they finished, the main airport, the one that looked as if he had sense, even though it was crazy, went to go and meet Denzel. That thank you very much. That we hold you as a friend right now. You know, we're very close to us. Actually, they wanted to even kill him before. They wanted to kill the general faster. But Denzel now said,
Mm-hmm.
please, Emperor, let me advise you. That this man is the hero of the people. That you can't just kill him like that. I put him in the arena and let it decide and all that
Let the
stuff.
gods decide.
Yeah, let us decide and everything. So as Denzel got
But
across, they now said, yeah,
you need to give context to why he also said that the guy should go to the arena
that
because
is where the
he had
context is going
promised
to.
Lucius. He had
Mm.
promised Lucius that he was going to give him that man's head.
Yes, that I said that now that he was going to give him the man's head and
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
on the day, General come out and they now brought out the gladiator himself. And the gladiator just told the guy that, please, I know you hate me, but I love your mother and everything. And that's touched the guy, right?
Yeah. General. Mm.
And I think they refused to fight or something. No, I think they fought briefly, but at one point they both gave up and said, you know what the fuck, we're not doing all this. The guy didn't want to kill him,
Yeah.
even when the emperor
Mm-hmm.
ordered it. And that's how the emperors now said all the archers should come out. and they should just kill the general, and they killed him right there. Ah, now so this live
Terrible.
this gladiator said just spark. He now give a speech. Say Rome, it is how you treat your heroes.
It's like just
Blah 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 blah.
listen.
And when I saw Rome started to riot there, I just started to
Honestly.
riot. The guy just whispered, said, "Empress, please, I think it will be safe if we move to the confines of the palace." And this is where this place I'm talking about now, where I want to enter, is where Denzel now became famous.
Listen.
The movement he did here was unbelievable. So as they
Quick.
entered the palace, they just showed us riots, people rioting, they were burning everywhere in Rome. That's how the emperors were now going crazy, especially the one with the monkey. Twin, that's how they just trying to tell them that no, let's be patient and let's do everything and everything and everything. That one with the monkey was already going crazy. The emperor, the bigger brother, not the bigger brother, since they're twins, the other brother that is more calm but is crazy also, now
Yeah, the
slapped him
taller one.
and said, now slapped him and banished him and told him to get away with his monkey, right? To go to another place in the palace. After I did that, the guy who banished the other emperor now told Denzel that apologies to my brother. The sickness in his loins is getting to his head. What that
Mm-hmm.
means was that the guy has syphilis. If syphilis is untreated, you now go into
Mm-hmm.
you now have to start having mental health problem. You now
Exactly.
start going mad.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful way to say that guy has syphilis.
Exactly.
So the guy that confided in Denzel and said, you know what, that he should do away with his brother. That I think that's what he said. He should do away with the younger brother. That he can lead. Blah blah blah. No, what Denzel told him was that he will go and talk to his junior brother to make him have sense and calm him down and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that guy was so happy. Denzel went to that part of the palace and now approached the guy, and that guy and the emperor started telling him the Momo one with the monkey said, "These are my brothers always been acting. He always acts as if he's older than me. Always wants everything he always wants everything to himself. That so when he
Mm.
appeared that in our mother's womb, he uses umbilical he uses umbilical
Jesus
cord
Christ.
to strangle him."
That shit
And
was so wild.
Denzel said something very
So
ironic.
you
Denzel said,
remember?
"Oh, you remember?" Denzel said, "Don't worry. This is what we'll do, right? That you should take what you have by force." Basically, what Denzel told him was to go and kill his brother. Next
Period.
thing we see, my guy approaches his brother and holds a knife. And the more sensible one said, "Why are you carrying the knife? That put it down." He now sliced the guy's arm, and there's now a struggle between the two of them. So they're struggling. The older one just looked up and right and said, "Please help me." The next thing we see is Denzel. Denzel behind the weaker brother. He guided that guy's hand and used to stab and kill the sensible emperor.
His brother.
Smash him
Yeah.
everywhere. I said, "Baba Denzel,
Terrible.
you have my
Mm.
vote. If not Oscar, if not say you want win, no, not to you want win, sir. I am solidly behind you."
Honestly,
Right?
that was such a mad scene.
Up
God.
to see this guy calls the senators and now says, "The first man of the republic is my monkey." And
See,
the first person who voted yes was Denzel's guy. Because when Denzel's guy stands up and
the
says
debtor.
yes, everybody follows him because he has that influence. That's why Denzel voted
Mm-hmm.
that guy. That's the lawyer she was talking about. So the emperor now announced, my second man of the republic you now mentioned Denzel's character. I see where
Mm.
Denzel just walked in with a bag. He had the leather bag. We didn't know what he was doing with that pouch. They now said, "Oh, so the guy that left, right? The emperor that left. Denzel, and Denzel knew what was. He brought out the beheaded. He brought out the head of the brother that they had just killed,
The other brother.
and
Mm-hmm.
and he showed it to everybody around. He said, "I can speak peace. I can speak sense, or I can speak anarchy to this person.
Hmm.
That if you want to bring back peace to Rome, right? Give me powers to do so. Empower me to do so, or else." And when he did that, everybody stood up and clapped and said, "Yes, we should."
That was such a
And
mad place.
what can we do again? There's nothing, right?
See, with a
So
referendum, everybody agreed.
next plan was, oh, he was going to kill that emperor's daughter, right? The one that was wife to the
Mm-hmm.
general, so that there will be no legitimate claim to do what he wants to do
To the
next.
throne.
Denzel wanted to be
Mm.
emperor, wanted to see Rome born, right? That was his own vision.
Exactly.
So the next day now, the Mumu emperor, I'm not gonna meet Denzel that, "Are you sure we should kill her?" Denzel said, "Yes. Without her dead, you will not have any rest of mind." or a peace of mind. So as they already got to the arena, meanwhile, the gladiator who was already locked up, right? He had a friend, an Indian friend, who was like his doctor, who was always treating him.
Mm.
His signet ring, which belonged to his father, he took the signet ring out and said, "Take this to General something 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 on the ascot of Rome." And the Indian friend was like, "Why?" He now showed him the name carved inside that ring. For the first time, the gladiator now mentioned his true Roman name. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Indian friend carry horse, just they run. He now said, "Before you go, please give me your key to the cells." Right? So the Indian friend went to go and deliver the message. Meanwhile, so there was one annoying trainer. Desert's trainer was always annoying this gladiator. Right? So on this last day of fighting, the guy was taunting him. He didn't know that the guy already opened the cells. He has opened all the cells for all the slaves there. Now, so the guy opened the slave, they beat this guy, all the slaves came out. And the guy now gave a speech that today is today. Oh. So when they brought his mother out to come and kill her, now so all those gladiators came out and they just started a fight. Almost now so Desert's guys too, the Roman army started fighting too. Woo, 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 woo.
Anarchy.
Anarchy. During the fight, they now showed the Indian friend. He gave the signal ring to that general. The general just looked up and said, "Oh more, it don't be." So back to the fight. One advisor now gonna meet Denzel that General So and So's army are already coming. They have like 3,000. The guy now said, "How many do we have?" "We have 5,000." Said, "Okay." Denzel would look like Satan during this period. Denzel has some mad
Honestly.
evil glances. If person look at you that
Mm.
way,
Piercing.
the fear of God will catch you.
Honestly.
So Denzel, being the annoying idiot he was, he had a small cylindrical instrument that he could use it to stab somebody. While nobody was looking during the whole fight, the whole arena was in a mess already. People were already fighting, the archers, everyone was fighting. He took it out from his sleeves and just used it to puncture the ear of the emperor. The emperor just died. Meanwhile,
Mm.
the gladiator was trying to rescue his mom. Denzel saw that. I know Denzel he was a former soldier. He asked for a bow and arrow.
Mm.
But the way he fired that bow, bro,
Direct.
the arrow entered that woman, bro. Now so the
Her
gladiator looked
chest.
at Denzel. Denzel looked at the gladiator. Fight won't start. Right?
Mm.
So Denzel took off. Denzel took off to go and fight the army that was already coming. That's so the gladiator to go. They finally met at the gates of Rome. Almost see fight. Bang, 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 bang. The killer
Enter
blow.
water.
The killer blow that happened. So yes, there's already drowning the guy. So the guy just had that whole dream again when his wife was about to die and he was underneath the ocean. My guy just carried one heavy rock, one small rock like this from the water. He came out, he bashed Desert's head. From there, he cut Desert's hand. You see that slice. The whole hand
That
went
was
off.
so graphic.
Very graphic. Then he now stabbed Denzel.
Sheesh.
Denzel just entered the river. Then the guy now gave a speech. He was in between the two armies. The Roman army that are already in the capital and the other Roman army that are coming. I said, so this is who I am. Blah, 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 blah. And there's a new way forward. There's a new room and everything. I said, yes. And I'm like, okay. That's the end of the movie. I said, this is the movie for me. This is the film.
Come on.
You
3
don't watch that
hours
film.
cramped in 20
20
minutes,
minutes.
25 minutes.
If you've not watched that film, ladies and gentlemen, you need to watch it. Denzel. Oh,
I love it.
every time we saw Denzel, he had a new garment on. A new garment. And
No.
you adjust it like a
So regal.
He was a
Do you
Nigerian.
get?
You know when he will first adjust it before he talks. Right?
Ah,
And I'm like, no. There's a reason
that
why
character was so sweet.
this man earns the big bucks. You know. There are
Honestly.
already rumors that he will nominate him for an Oscar for this. And I said he's well.
Really? You know,
Because he was
and his character in the movie didn't even you know the former buyer of gladiators in Gladiator 1 was rather dirty around the edges, but not Denzel. Denzel was looking like money from start to finish. His feet were 100, his jewelry were 1 million. He was on point at every scene in the movie, and beyond that, his acting, his embodiment of the character, everything was mind blowing. I enjoyed, for the parts where I didn't zone out and I was paying attention, I enjoyed every bit of it. I promise you. Um I don't know. I don't know why. I think I expected. I don't know. I don't know if this makes me sound like a killjoy or something, but I was excited, but I wasn't at 100. Do you get for this
I was
movie?
100. I was watching. First of all, shout out to all the major actors there, especially the male
Of
actors.
course,
Those two guys who acted the emperors were actually. If you tell me they were
those
insane,
cycles,
I would believe they went insane. They were never normal throughout that movie. It would
they
have
were
caused them a lot of.
cycles for real.
It would have harmed their mental health, right? I won't be surprised if it harmed their
Mm-hmm.
mental health. Like, oh, they really went
It's
to that dark
possible.
place and really had to deliver.
It's really
The
possible.
gladiator guy was a normal gladiator guy. If he was Spartacus, you know that.
Mm.
Yeah. But bro, those two emperors and Denzel praised one of them and said, "This guy," he said, this one, kill him." So for Denzel to say, Denzel said, "I'm a great actor, so I know when I see great acting. This guy killed."
Ah no,
And I was like, the monkey.
honestly,
I was like, the monkey emperor I was talking about. That monkey one, because that guy
that
was lonely.
that one
That
was
guy was
insane.
crazy.
For
That one was
real, his elder brother
crazy.
was, or the taller one was even okay, but
Yes.
that smaller one, the smallish. Oh God, no, the guy was
Hmm.
cool.
I
So
said
when
if
he
they
named
leave. So I
Monkey,
said if they leave the empire to this one,
which they did,
empire go, empire will crumble. Oh. Hmm.
honestly, the sadness when a fool rules is nothing to be compared to. For you to make a monkey your top man in the
Yeah,
what was the
is
monkey going to be doing though?
you know see as the bath the had the monkey bath up. First man of the republic.
Honestly, see, no, that movie it was good. I need to watch it again. Maybe I'm not gotten the energy because like now I have to hear some parts like
Yeah,
because I
you should watch it.
wasn't.
You
I need
should
to
watch
watch
it
it
when you're home
again.
alone. Yeah,
Yeah, I need to watch it. Well, I'm right now. I'm not at 100. I'm excited for it. It was such great. Denzel was it for me. I loved Denzel in every scene that he was in. I don't know. I just there was just something that was just missing for me. Maybe again, as I said, because I wasn't paying attention. But I will
watch
go and
them
watch it
again.
again, so that I'll
Watch
have
it
a
again.
renewed look. Because it hasn't replaced the it hasn't taken the place of Gladiator 1 in my heart, Sha.
Gladiator
I
one.
can watch
So
Gladiator 1 1 million
so
times.
so what this one lacked was it didn't have great lines like Gladiator one. Like Gladiator
It
one had,
didn't.
"Are you not entertained? Are you
See,
not entertained?" Or
Gladiator 1
before,
had Russell Crowe. I'm
yeah,
sorry. And
yeah.
that's on period. We don't want to see. I don't know if you want to say that, but me, I've called out the elephant in the room. He had a certain energy to him, and I don't
Well,
know. I sort of was looking for that, maybe subconsciously
bro,
looking for that in the movie. That's why, like, I don't know.
nah.
That's not a reason, but like maybe
I can't
subconsciously, I
watch
was
it
expecting
again.
a character like that wasn't
No,
forgettable.
no. So I think they purposely
Okay.
took out all those iconic lines. They didn't want it to be so much like part one, because part one had that
Yeah.
whole "I'm the son to a mother," this thing, husband to a dead wife, father with yeah, yeah. That
Or
line at
when
the end.
exactly Maximus exactly, and he called his full ass name.
Yeah,
You know.
when he was revealing his and he removed his mask and he was revealing, bro, that shit was hard. That shit was hard.
See,
But since I've watched a lot of Hollywood movies that the part twos don't even, it's not even 50% of the
thinking,
first
why
one.
are we doing
So
this now? Why are you
that's
like
what
this?
no, there's some part twos you watch from Hollywood and you're like, bro, why do you people bother to do a part two? Like maybe we should have just gone home. Because I won't lie, when I said they're doing Gladiator 2, I said, are you sure? Are you sure? When they asked Denzel, when they brought in Denzel, I said, "Are you still people sure?" But when I started seeing reviews that the people were already claiming that, bro, give this guy a fucking Oscar now. And
No, his
there's
acting
a
was
rumor.
stellar.
I can't remember. There's a rumor that said Denzel saved that movie because they were already shooting before. Then they
To be
noticed that
honest,
they need somebody who can deliver
the way
majorly.
that character.
And
Mm-hmm.
Denzel came and said, "Bro, what do you want me to do?" Even
Come
the media
on.
rounds, even the media rounds, Denzel is not acting like normal Denzel in media rounds. There's always calm and calculated when there's doing
Mm-hmm.
interviews. Watch
Mm-hmm.
watch most of the interviews for Gladiator 2. Denzel he's happy, he's larger than life, he's smiling, he's charming. I'm like, bro, Is everything
I
okay?
love
Are you
that.
fine? And he's talking and he's like, bro, and he's
Maybe this
enjoying
will
life.
be for him.
Yeah. And I think he's in a place where he's enjoying life now. He has done it all, seen it all. So
Exactly.
he says he has like five more
Great guy.
projects, which we hope is not true. Anyway. That he has like five more projects
I
to
want
do
him
before
to act till he can't act anymore.
I think he's doing Othello. He's doing a Shakespeare movie, and he kills all
Mm-hmm.
Shakespeare movies. He's doing. They said they're going to write something for me in Black Panther 3. I'm like,
Interesting.
bruh.
Okay. The
If I
lineup
see
for the coming months are
if I see
definitely crazy then.
if I see Denzel in Black Panther, just a poster. If he only says hi, bro, I want to watch. That's the only reason. Because I'm not excited to watch any Black
This
Panther
is
movie.
is
But
this are you fan manning him right now?
oh, yes, there are only two actors that I give 100%. That I don't argue. When you act, bro, I'm there. Leonardo
Tell me.
DiCaprio Leonardo
Okay,
DiCaprio and
okay,
Denzel
okay.
Washington.
I can argue that.
Those two, eh, wake me up and say, watch that. I say, bro, I'm ready.
See,
They will
Leonardo
give the
is a
best.
whole is
No,
a
Leonardo,
I don't
Le-
know,
Leonardo
such
is a
a
good.
talented actor. Do you
No,
get?
the thing about Denzel is when you watch Denzel, great acting, greatest acting, but you still know it's Denzel. You like, oh, this is Denzel right
Exactly.
here. See,
Mm,
Leonardo DiCaprio will act. You act to act yourself. Are you sure this is Leonardo DiCaprio I'm watching? I'm not even watching
listen,
a different human being that looks like him because
Wolf of
I'm like,
Wall Street
see,
will
Wolf of Wall
forever be
Street.
my.
Wolf of Wall
See,
Street, Django, and there's this one that he almost died.
Django.
I forgot that one like he did that he almost died. He finally
Oh,
won an Oscar for.
yes.
Bro, I
I
can't
know the
remember the name of
name.
that movie.
I have it in
He
my
looks
head
like
somewhere.
he looks like different. See, I watch Django. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, I've never seen DiCaprio this evil before. I have never even.
honestly,
They watch
and
Wolf
it's
of
in
Wall
his
Street.
eyes. It
See,
enters his eyes. His loneliness enters his eyes. Like he has crazy
uh,
eyes when he's mad.
I really don't understand that guy. I can't place him. I really can't
Honestly.
place him at all. At all. I watched him in his last movie. I've forgotten the name. Do you know about American Indians and oil? He acted like a momo in that one.
I
I'm
don't
like,
think I.
how
Mm.
how possible is it that you're pulling this off? Like really, I don't get.
He's so versatile.
He's
Such a
the way
versatile
he's
actor.
the way he's in Titanic. It's not the way he's in Blood
The
Diamonds. It's
Revenant.
not
The name
not
of that movie.
yeah the Revenant, right? Omo,
Mm.
that day I was ready to fight. I said, dude, this award. I said, "Beer almost kill this guy. I don't want to give him an award. God will
Oh
judge all
my
of you for
gosh.
this people." The world was waiting. I then I said, the
Good.
winner is Leonardo DiCaprio. I said, fine. Now. If now only this one, I won't give him. The guy deserves one for like 10,
See.
just like 5 or 6. But this one, okay, we agree. Ah, ah.
So
No, come on.
crazy. He's actually such a great actor. He embodies
He-
his character so much.
No, 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 no. That guy is
Uncanny.
not normal.
Is mad.
Actors are not normal. For you to embody characters like that, you're not a normal human being.
Please, I love it. The God factor. He has embodied the God factor at this point. Oh,
No, no,
well,
no.
great acting for
So,
real, Sham. I thank
that
you
was a
for
great
breaking
acting.
down Gladiator II.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because now I need to go
Also,
back to this. I need to actually
Teze's
watch
character
it.
is Teze's character is bi. There's a line he said. You have to listen to that line properly. He played a
Mm-hmm.
bisexual man, even though there was no kissing with any man. No, there
Yeah.
was a kissing scene, but it wasn't that like the.
What movie is this?
It's still the Gladiator too.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we are done with Gladiator 2. Hello,
Can you hear me, Ayo?
I hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay.
We are back. All right, we're done with Gladiator 2. We have one more topic, bro. We're almost 2 hours in. I'm tired. I don't know. So we'll discuss about
You
it
have
briefly.
actually given us a huge breakdown. I don't know
Yeah.
I think we sort of already had this like conversation
Yeah,
last
it's
week.
already. Yeah, but
So
alright.
maybe I think we can move it to be honest because when we get into the month then we can probably
We'll talk
talk
about the
about
new one.
it
Yeah.
in more detail and maybe just do like a lineup for the end of the year to be honest.
All right. So,
Um
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
if you know what Gladiator 2, please go and watch. But I advise you strongly, go and watch Gladiator 1. Or else you just be seeing people fighting and you don't really understand what is going on.
Exactly. Just
Yes.
watch Gladiator. If you learn anything from my experience, go and watch. Especially go with people who have also watched Gladiator, so that
Yes, because
there's
I
there's
don't like
shared
that thing when people say,
enthusiasm.
when people are saying, what is happening now? Bro, sister, me, I don't go far. I cannot start be telling you now. Go and open the Wikipedia page and go and read it. Thank you very much.
Do you get what I mean? But you know what? One thing I love about Nigerian cinema, and this is because I really honestly haven't watched the movie anywhere else. I don't know. It's not a thing that I want to do anywhere else that is really not in Nigeria. Well, let me not say never. I will definitely be open to trying. Is that when there are scenes in the cinema where it's like something great happens, there is that unanimous expression. Everybody just like does something. Ah,
Do you know the
like
greatest? Yeah, I know
tell
what you're
me.
saying. The greatest
Yeah,
cinematic experience I ever had.
there you go. Mm-hmm.
I was on a cinema date, and this was a highly anticipated movie. People can guess.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say the name
What year is this?
until this was 2019, I
Okay,
believe.
okay,
Or,
okay.
I think or 18 or 19. I already got to Film House in Lekki.
Mm-hmm.
I think Film House. There was already a huge hold up that day. That road doesn't have hold up normally, no matter the film.
Mm-hmm.
That day there was hold up. The I got into Film House. Luckily for me, I already bought my tickets online. Because by the time I got there,
Mm-hmm.
they said every ticket for that film that day was sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out. One guy came to meet me and said, Bros, do you have an extra ticket? I said, yes. He said, please, I'll pay you. I think that the tickets were never up to five. I think he said, I'll pay you like 10,000 or 15,000 or something ridiculous
Interesting.
for that one ticket. I said, bro, I came with somebody I'm on a date. He said, now, woman, she go disappoint you last. Please don't bother. I must watch this film today. I said, no.
That is so crazy.
Film starts, right? And it is amazing. Then there is one point. Now, even and let me I have to tell you the name of the movie now.
Okay,
Avengers Endgame. That was the
okay.
name of the
I'm
movie.
gonna go.
This was the end of the Avengers movie. This was after they had
Mm-hmm.
killed,
Mm-hmm.
Thanos had killed half of the world, right?
I think I remember you going to watch this movie.
So, so they went to
Have you?
so at this maybe I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Let's
Thanos
go.
was fight. Thanos don't they fight them, don't they beat them, they don't try. That's how Captain America just on his earpiece, he's hearing the voice. I'm like, I said, no, it can't be. It can't be possible. Then anybody that watched Doctor Strange knows how Doctor Strange, when he opens a portal, that round circle that was
Mm-hmm.
glowing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he
Mm-hmm.
came out. He came out. I just saw Black Panther. I just had seen all the heroes that had died in the previous film. I said, yeah, Ugochi, the whole went mad. People went
Everybody was
crazy.
going nuts.
It's not only Nigeria. If you go and Google
Grog.
Avengers Endgame reaction on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
it was as if you saw your dead relatives coming back. Like, no.
Honestly.
Then when I think the Black Panther that said it, I said Avengers, or I can't remember what he said. Well, now Avengers Assemble or something. Or more.
Mm-hmm.
We started seeing all the Avengers that were not seen. All the Avengers that we are seeing in the previous movies now came together. I said, this is what I live for. This is cinema. This is peak cinema. Oh, the whole went mad. The whole went
Was your
mad.
date as excited about that scene as well? Because
I
I
think
was
she was,
imagining that.
I think she was excited, but she was excited about the next later on. But I think she was excited about that one.
Come
I
on,
like,
let's go.
yes.
Prowess and dexterity.
Everybody in that
Just,
hall, everybody in that hall screamed like a 7-year-old child.
I
So they
love
went to
it.
Black Panther first of all. Say Black Panther was coming. I said, no, Chadwick. Oh, you people must have me crazy up in here. Are you mad?
Yeah.
No. That was the film. That was the greatest cinematic ever in my life.
Listen, I always love those moments in cinema. Anytime there's now I've been corrected, a cinematic experience. There's that thing in the movie that just makes everybody go like, I love that.
There's another one in
This
that film also. If you, I
which
don't know if
one?
you
In
know,
Gladiator II?
it is no Avengers and
Okay, in Avengers. Okay.
so in the Avengers in the comic whatever, Thor's hammer. You know Thor now. Thor has a hammer
Yeah.
that only him can lift and use. Nobody else can use it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how they were fighting with Thanos. So the hammer already gone somewhere else. All of a sudden, we just saw the hammer rising. And people say, who is raising the hammer? Now saw Captain America carrying the hammer. People were screaming, yes, he's worthy. Now, why they're shouting he's worthy was that in the in the second movie that came out under Avengers, right? Thor actually placed a bet with all the Avengers that who can lift my hammer. None of them did, and he explained that it's because they're not worthy enough. But if you actually
Mm-hmm.
watch that scene, Captain America was the only one that was able to shift it a little bit. He was the one that
Yes, I think I watched
so
that.
when he didn't even lift it, he called the hammer, which is
Mm-hmm.
people now said he's worthy. He's the worthy one. Omo, take go that smell. Screaming that day. No, that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
See, shout out to all the amazing movies and all the people who go and pay their money to actually watch movies in cinema, because now the cost of watching movies in cinema has risen.
Like 17K now. If you want popcorn and everything, not like 15K, 17K.
Exactly. Like we ended up spending on the entire experience for three people. We spent 52,000. And if you know, like how it used to, popcorn definitely has increased. No longer 1.5. So just know in case
Like,
you eat
like,
large popcorn, it's no
I mean, I
longer
bought
one
last one.
five.
Sugar and salt because me I like the unpredictability. I like chook hand
Same
now,
here.
now salt. But chook hand again, now sugar. I like how you
See,
know what is coming.
film
Yeah,
was, because we did not have, our mixed popcorn wasn't great. We didn't. It
no,
was
that was
mainly
good.
sugar, and it was like the bottom of the popcorn container,
And
because it had all that unpopped corn, that all that, and the
we
shaft,
don't know
and
do
the
we don't know
popcorn
that well
wasn't.
well. Mm.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
All right,
We didn't enjoy that part, but yeah, I mean, let me not give any other further reviews, but the experience was fantastic. Well, I was happy that I went to see Gladiator at the cinema, and that was good. But I have to see it again for sure. But these days now, movie dates is no longer cheap. It's no longer, let me not say cheap. It's no longer affordable. I wonder what young people, like, or people who are starting out their love life, are doing,
we
because
said it already now. It's
Chicken
Netflix and chill now.
Republic is not
Now
even. See,
it's Netflix and let's leave it. Netflix and chill now.
that's if you can afford. MTN is sucking people's data like crazy. By the
Don't
way,
worry,
I've seen resolved that
don't worry.
issue. That's
You go
terrible. But
you go download down, put down for your TV. You watch with your Montana and this thing. By the time you watch with your Montana 30
honestly,
minutes. Yeah, it's all right.
I
Anywho,
think that we can be creative and find new things to even do with ourselves. In terms
Nigeria,
of what to
Nigerians.
do.
Anywho, let's
Anyway, yeah,
before we wrap this up, let's do our proper flop of the week. One time. Flop
let's
of the
go.
week has to go to the Ebonyi State Governor. Why? He recently suspended two commissioners, the health and housing commissioners and others for misconduct, basically not doing their job and everything. Um, Earlier in the week, he also suspended some certain health workers when he went for a visit to
Mm,
a state hospital, and he found out that the people in charge of medical supplies there were allegedly moving it. So he was cracking down on that in his state, and he further went to suspend the health and housing commissioners for not doing their job. Now, these kind of governors that we need, we don't need governors in convoy. We need governors who are touching grass and seeing the gaps and loopholes and knows how to fix them. You cannot say politicians are bad and you're not selling medical equipment. Medical equipment that they've now bought, that after begging them, they finally bought, and you guys now said no, you want to be selling them, or you need to be doing selling other things that belong to the hospitals. It's wrong. And shout out to this Nigerian governor who has paved the way for that. Hopefully others will follow. But kudos to him for doing his job. Very, very rare for a Nigerian governor to
actions
do
and
this.
consequences.
Let bad actions have consequences. That's what we are saying. There's no
Yeah,
perfect system in the
actions and
world.
consequences.
There's no perfect system in the world. In America, things like this happen also. But guess what? You'll be fired and you'll never be able to work in the medical. I'm sure you'll never be able to work in the medical line again. Yeah. So
Man,
shout out to
you
this
know that
governor.
sometimes when we want to when we compare, anytime we compare Nigeria to any like world power, I sometimes like cringe, because just like, man, as much as which day do we want to, the journey is a lot, it's a long journey, but I get it.
How do you go use
This
drug?
Ebonyi State Governor, there was one Uber guy. I just remembered what we were talking about. While we were talking about Ebonyi State Governor, there was an Uber guy that carried me. There was an Uber I got into maybe like 2 weeks ago, and the Uber guy was telling me about some conspiracy between the powers that be and the Ebonyi State Governor. I'm just like, God, I wish I recorded it. I should have played it. I'd have played it here. It was a whole thing. But yeah, it's good to see that, to every good there is a bad, and to every bad there is a good. For one to exist, the other has to exist.
So there
So
must be
it's
good and
good
evil.
to
That's how
see
life
that
is.
this is coming out. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a duality in life. So
do you
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Of course. So big ups to Ebonyi people for
yeah.
enjoying a
On
little
our
bit
try.
of accountability.
Yeah, on our try. Now get that one right. Okay, flop of the week has to go to TVC and another unfortunate important Nigerians like Reno Mokri. Davido went on an interview abroad and he says that, oh, this is not the right time to invest in Nigeria. Said they were having hard economic we have an unfavorable economic climate
Harsh
right
economic
now.
climate.
Things are happening. And
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold, a presenter on TVC. I can't remember the name of that program. That program where a lot of the ladies actually discuss something, discuss topics. Very, very popular in TVC and in Lagos as well. Said that, oh, it's wrong for Davido to say
Is it
this.
the morning? Is
Why?
that their morning show?
But the one that like 6 or 7 women are in, I can't remember the name of that show.
Oh,
Your
I
view,
think I
your
think
view,
I know
your
it.
view, your view on
Mm-hmm.
TVC. Yeah, where Yanni Kuti is also one of the anchors and everything.
The
And
presenters, yeah.
yeah, I think it is wrong for the radio to say this in abroad and in public because especially when the president is going around the country to bring investments into back to Nigeria, or he was going
Mm.
around the world to bring investment back into Nigeria. And I'm like, did he lie?
Ah,
No, the Davido is that the problem. What Davido is saying is not a lie. Everybody knows this. I'm not a fan
exactly.
of we can't say certain things outside Nigeria. Me, I will talk. Please help us. Nigeria is bad.
Please
Nigeria, we
help
are
us,
wicked people.
please.
Please help us. Things are hard. We have corruption is choking us. But this one of no, don't let what would the answer was say or was. Bro, I don't care. If they ask me anywhere, if I'm on CNN, is Nigeria bad? Yes, please, it's bad. Do not buy your time
Please,
there, please. Go, go.
see,
If you have the means, leave
I,
Nigeria. I beg you.
see. The truth is that the topic of conversation is that is Nigeria a good place to be investing right now? The truth is no, because especially because if you're coming to do a product or manufacturing based business, why there's no electricity, raw materials are expensive, importation is out of the cost of importation is out of the water. In fact, you're fighting hell and high waters to make the business survive. However, I don't know if we're going to say that. I mean, Nigeria is bad, but like Nigeria is terrible. Let me not even put it that way, But if you go on, what's it called, on the national stage, and this is me really just attacking what you just said, and it's valid, though, but I need to attack it, however, because pro Nigeria. If you go on the international stage and you say Nigeria is terrible, blah blah blah, but like, what are we doing here then? Why are we not out of the country? What are we doing sitting down here? We should be running
Omo,
and escaping for our lives and running to another country from the rook of a ship and just
yeah,
be out of here. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know, Sha.
But
I
they should
understand
leave
where
the,
they're coming from, but
they should leave the poor man alone. They should face that. And again, look at this TVC. We all know the owner of TVC. So no, no talk. If you don't know
please
the
don't
owner,
kill me.
please
True,
leave
that
him.
one. So there's also that.
Leave the video alone and face your elected officials. Those are the people killing your
There's also
country.
that.
Not somebody who's
There's
talking
also
abroad.
that.
Please let us be guided when we are shooting at this
Let
side
us be
too.
guided for real.
Thank you. All right,
There's
it's
also
a wrap,
that.
It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. Thank you for listening to us. Almost 2 hours. Wow. It's even over 2 hours. Thank you for being here with us, speaking about gratitude, what we're up to during the week, the movies that we watched, and all that stuff. All good stuff. Next week, we probably will be
Yeah.
fan mail, and there might be release therapy. If you guys actually send in release therapy, it
Please
is what it
send in
is.
release therapy. We're begging. We're not proud. Please help us. Send,
Fan mail,
send, send.
famila23essential.com if you have fan mail and release therapy. Yep.
And, and also include what you're grateful for, the little things you're grateful for.
True.
Especially if you're a Nigerian living in Nigeria. We'd like to hear that, please. just talk about it in general. Thank you guys for believing in us, for loving us, for listening to us week in, week out. All the countries that listen to us, everyone who loves us, we love you right back. If you don't love us, we love you too. Be kind, but especially to yourself. Start from yourself and then extend to other
No,
people, you
no
know.
fight or
So
throw banger. You go throw banger, boys arrest you. No mention our name, please. No fight and no throw
please don't
banger.
kill me.
Thank you very
Fireworks
much.
is for this season.
Next week, please. Bless.